Welcome into Boulder, Colorado for tonight's matchup between your University of Colorado Buffaloes and the University of California Santa Barbara Gauchos. Joe Paris alongside Derek Michelson here with you here on, Tuesday afternoon, top of the broadcast. I got to start with a shout-out to my boy Samir Chaudhry, listening in California. I know Samir is a former Gaucho himself, so Samir, glad you could tune in. It's going to be a big game for the Buffs and the Gauchos. We're moments away from face-off. The boys are already lined up for the national anthem, so I guess we're going to get right to it, Derek.
Yeah, I think we're about to just flow right into that. I think we're still waiting on the Gauchos to line up, but shouldn't be too much longer here. So I don't know how much time we have to try to discuss anything pregame, Joe.
Well, we could do that right now-ish. No, we can't.
Yeah, there goes Shannon.
There it is.
The PA announcer.
PA announcer Shannon Lukens is over there on the other side of the field. We're going to break here, I think.
Yeah. Oh, we're going through the sportsmanship announcements.
The sportsmanship announcement.
Yeah, we got to have that,
Put
though.
up the slate. Put up
What slate do you want?
The pregame slate, so they can look at that.
That's the – oh, you want that one?
Yeah, put that one up.
Okay.
The stat slate, so that
I thought we'd put it up when we talk about it, but we can throw that up now.
Hey! Well, they can look at it during the national anthem, and then we'll talk about it for them. Oh, oops. This is an issue. All right, now we're going to do this for real.
Okay.
Derek.
Joe.
Tuesday night. Tanner Bergamo over on camera. What's up, Tanner? You can't hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he turned off the camera. Tanner, you turned off the camera. This is a great start to tonight's broadcast.
Set the date and time.
No.
That's him. Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing? Do you need help?
We'll get there eventually,
right,
folks. Just bear with us. Okay, there we are.
All right, now we're ready to go. You're tuning into the best broadcast in the MCLA. Joe Parrott, Derek Michelson here with you. Tuesday night. All right, Derek, let's run through. This is really almost a mid-season recap here. Believe it or not, we're getting to the end of the year.
Yeah, we're right about halfway. It's kind of the mid-season checkup for both teams, actually. Colorado playing one less game because the canceled game against Houston, Joe. But otherwise, these two teams played a pretty much even number of games. A lot of the statistics are the same except for a couple of glaring ones. Just trying to jump into them real fast before face-off. Biggest things you see.
What happened?
Set date time again.
Set date time. All
It's
right. You're good. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened there, but the camera decided to turn off. But now we're good. Okay. You did miss the Colorado
we're
goal.
back.
We're
Okay.
back. All right. Sorry about that. Samir, shout out to Samir Chaudhry. What's going on here? Samir, I couldn't tell you, but we are now going to play lacrosse. Okay, thanks for joining us. Joe and Derek here with you. Now that we've got this going, the Gauchos are in down low. Shot on it is saved by Jensen Makarov. The shot coming from Brian Fuchs. So, all right, Derek, what did we miss there in the opening 2 minutes?
Don't know, Joe. I was kind of working with you. I know, like you said, it was a Colorado goal. I don't know who scored. I didn't see because I was looking at the all the switchers trying to figure out with camera, so I don't know, to be honest with you.
All right, well. Oh, well. It's 1-0 Colorado leads.
2-0.
2-0 now Colorado. I think that one was Hunter Molnar. No, that was Jack. No, that was Hunter Molnar. No, that was Jack Polk. Okay. This is a great start to the broadcast, Derek. The integrity we have of this broadcast, absolutely unbelievable.
It's spring break. We have a short
It is
crew,
spring
so
break.
we're doing what we
There
can
are literally 3 of us here. But now we're all right. Now we're good to go. Thanks for joining us. 2-0 Colorado. We're going to actually broadcast the game here. It is spring break, though. 2-0 Colorado leads. 12-11 remaining here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you having patience for the issues, but now there are no issues as Simbowski will come after it. Ball will be battled around here. Really good GB battle right off the face-off. It'll slide out, and Colorado will pick it up. Buffs will come back the other way, and it'll be Jackson Marlowe who takes a shot and he scores. The long pole getting a tally, and the boys are fired up. 3-0 Colorado. That's how you draw it up, Derek.
It is, yeah. Right down Main Street there with the pole. But, I mean, already we're seeing kind of what I was starting to allude to earlier before we had our technical issues with the statistics. Colorado I think the scouting report really had to be just kind of lay it on the goaltenders, because so far they've struggled thus far for the Gauchos. So I think that's definitely one of the things you want to try to do if you're Colorado.
So 3-0 Buffs. What's wrong with your headset,
Getting a weird feedback. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's going through or not, but there we go. That's better.
All
okay.
right, there you go.
All right, back in it.
We're totally prepared for this. Ball will come near the end line, and it will just slip out of bounds at the feet of John Clayton. So Gaucho's coming back the other way. Scooped up, and here comes UCSB. UCSB right now 19th in the country. They come in good record. It's fun to have them here in Boulder. It's not every year we get UCSB out here. Love the gold and blue here tonight on the road. And they've got a big trip here to Colorado. Of course, we'll be hosting Arizona State on Thursday here, 7 o'clock on this channel. Hopefully we won't have any video issues at the beginning of that one.
Hopefully not.
So the Gauchos will bring it in down low. They'll move it around the outside. This will be Ryan Fuchs. And behind to X, for the first time, will be Blake Samuel tonight. Of course, I famously miscalled the end of the VT UCSB game a few years ago. Blake Samuel scoring in the 7th overtime in the MCLA tournament against the Virginia Tech Hokies. I said it was Aaron Buca. It was actually Blake Samuel. Talked to his father tonight about it, actually. He's here in Boulder, and we had a good laugh about that.
At least it's correct. All's forgiven now, though, Joe, right?
Yes. Michael Kerr will send one to the top of the formation. This will be Stranger, and he takes a shot. That one will go high, and we're going to need a flag on the play.
It's a high hit there. It went right up under his chin strap, got him right in the neck. The official's going to get that every time.
That's going to go to Red Miller. So the Gauchos will be man up here with 10:14 remaining in the first quarter. 3-0 Colorado. Thanks for joining us. We're live from Kittredge Field on the campus of the University of Colorado in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. Sun setting behind us. The field lights are coming on, so probably here in about an hour we'll be playing under the lights.
I don't even think it'll take that long, Joe.
You think so?
No.
Temperatures rapidly approaching 0.
Yeah, with a little bit of wind, that storm's coming.
The Colorado bench will get loud as they are man down. Reed Zabel will move it to the near side. He'll receive a return pass. Out of Kerr. Kerr behind to X. Andrew Ferguson, who will move it around the edge. Back up top to Zabel. To the near side. They'll go trying to get Colorado on a late slide, and a good shot, and a save by Makarov there using the end of the stick.
He's too a low angle on that shot, Joe. He's got to get a little higher on that one. He was pretty much shooting at maybe 1-inch target there that Jensen might have left between the pipes, but he was hugging that post pretty well. So on that shot, he really didn't have a good shooting lane, or sorry, a good target to shoot at. And every single time that's going to get stopped by a goaltender.
Here comes Carter Escada down the near side. He'll warp off and move it back around the edge to Kelly Stavik. Stavik to the far side of Clayton. The senior John Clayton sporting the long hair out of the helmet this year. Looks like hockey flow.
Yeah. Well, last year he had a cut, but this year I guess he's going back to it.
Chris Boland will get the business there from Reed Zabel. Back up top, Colorado will start to move it around. The big cannon, Max Wiesner, tries to come around the edge. Wiesner, as we've seen throughout the year, he's got a heavy shot. Clayton will mishandle the pass. Gets the initial ground ball, tipped away, comes out towards midfield. And oh, what a one-handed grab by Sam Holton. Oh, correction, that's actually Alex Dixon. Back to Zabel here on the near side. And I'm going to correct myself again. That was Alex Dixon, the freshman. He has the 8. The 8 on the 18 is tucked into the jersey, so I couldn't tell if that was a 10 or an 8, but it's an 8. So it'll be Alex Dixon here. Gauchos trail 3-0. Back to full strength for both teams. 8.5 to go in our first quarter. Gauchos with a deliberate pace here as they get it over to Kai Welsh. Welsh will move it to the near side here for Ferguson, and a big opportunity here for UCSB. If they could come into Boulder and knock off Colorado, they could really prove themselves to be a heavy contender.
Well, Joe, it's going to start with getting a goal right now, and they're playing a little more methodically to hopefully get their feet underneath them right now, because Colorado opened up with a very fast 3 goals, and defense is going to get a turnover here again already.
Here comes Penn Lukens the other way. Penn has had a monumentous senior year. He has turned it up to 11. That's the Spinal Tap reference. Check that one off the Joe Paris bingo page. Behind is Esqueda. Esqueda handles with one hand, looks to flip it over to Wiesner. He'll miss him, but onto the field will come Jake Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who had the game winner against Boise State. Boise State came into Boulder, and they gave him such a good game. That was actually really the best game of the year here at home. Of course, on the road, Colorado has been in two of the best games in the league. They lose to Chapman last weekend in overtime. A really heads-up play by the Panthers. As a big shot from Gonzalez is turned away. Peter Brodin in net tonight for the Gauchos. He'll make a big save there. We're going to get a call here on interference, looks like, on the Gauchos. So ball will stay with the Buffaloes. Right back to Gonzalez. To the near side. They'll move it around in behind. A big rip from the goal line extended there from Clayton off the mark. Looking to, again, as you mentioned, get in within like a very small window. But Clayton can do that.
That's actually Carter skated down
Carter?
there, Joe. Yeah. 22 is the skata.
2 is Clayton.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I don't have my glasses. This is going to be a really long game.
Well, they're wearing the black jerseys, which are a little harder to see.
They are. I'm not going to make excuses, though. Mitch McCann will put it in behind to X. Oh, boy, what a check there as the ball will come out. Good defense here by the Gauchos. Ball will trickle all the way up the field and be scooped and brought the other way by Kyle Bundegard. Bundegard, the sophomore, will get it across, and here come the Gauchos again looking for their inaugural goal here in Boulder. Alex Dixon looking for a lane, takes a shot, goes outside the line. 6:23 remaining here in the first. Ball will stay here with the Gauchos. On the field comes a few new attackmen for the Gauchos. Looking to change things up here as it'll be Ferguson, the junior. Seen really good play this year from a lot of the attackmen. Like Samuels played well as he comes into his senior year. Last year, really frustrating year for the Gauchos. They never got it going. I know Coach Allen was frustrated. Talked to him today. He said he loves to be here in Boulder. Mike Allen, a really good guy. One of the best guys I actually know in the league. Turning around will be Dixon. Dixon with a big swim move there. We're going to get a flag down as Penn Lukens is going after Dixon, and Dixon's playing a little bit of cat and mouse. Finally gets free and takes a shot with the hands low, but that one will go out of bounds, and we will get a call on Colorado.
Dixon's got to have his head up a little more on that, you know, and it's always easy to say from where we're standing, Joe, but, I mean, he was constantly harassed there by 3 Buffaloes, which means he's got 2 open guys, 2 open teammates probably flanking him on the sides there. In fact, down here, right where Dixon's actually standing about now, as he's kind of walking towards X, where he was standing, he had a teammate wide open there that would have had a nice step-down shot had he got his head up and seen him through all the chaos.
Gauchos will move it around here. Man up. 5.5 to go here in the first. Make sure to send your tweets to us on Twitter with your questions, comments, requests. We'll get to those. Here on the end line will be Dixon, who takes a shot, a really good underhand shot there. He's looking at that outside post, frustrated that he just missed it because he had Makarov beat to the spot. Gauchos though with the restart here. Don't move it back and forth to the near side. It'll be Kerr, and Kerr with the big shot. High on the save though is Makarov, and we've seen Jensen. I mean, we talk about that he is a smaller goaltender, but he's got that. I mean, he's got that speed from his crouch to jump up and beat those high corners.
Well, and it was a phenomenal save there by Jensen because he was screened a little bit in front. But I'll tell you what was even better, what I really loved to see there at the end of that save, Jensen stayed in his crease and watched the official count that 4 seconds down before it was that whistle, and he left at the last possible second. And it may not seem like much, but every second, don't forget that the Gauchos were a man up. Every single second you can tick off that clock without being pressured is great. And so phenomenal job by understanding that by Jensen and watching the official count that down is a phenomenal heads-up play.
Welcome into Boulder, Colorado. 4:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Colorado up 3-0. That ball will go flying wide. That hit the sign, Derek. That hit the warning the balls could hit you sign. How ironic is that?
That's pretty good.
That's great. That's never happened in 4 years. So
I think it happens once a game.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Here comes Colorado down on the other end.
Is that a fact, Joe?
I don't know. Ben Willows will move it up top. Now to Ben Wharton. Gonzalez on the near side will take a double team and tries to hit him behind to Escada. And Escada will miss that one. And we'll see sometimes players behind that X on both sides here when the sun's kind of transitioning. It'll get lost in the light and the glare.
I think he had that one, Joe, because the way his head snapped, it looked like he was looking for his next pass. I think he saw somebody that was open near the crease that he just wanted to get that ball to right away. So I think he turned his head a little too quick on that one and just lost track of it.
3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Buffs on top 3-0. The Gauchos looking for their first goal as they'll move down the field to be Dixon. Dixon with a big blast, saved by Makarov. Grabs his own rebound as that one popped out of the basket. Oh boy, gives that one up a tad. And back the other way, though, will be Mitch McCann. You can see how much power was on that shot from Dixon. It had so much that it jumped out of the basket of Makarov. Good defense the other way, though. Looks like that was Matt Herning who broke that one up. So the Gauchos will get an extra possession as Wesley Kim will bring it down. Sean Harvey will slow the pace down. He'll wait for Kai Welsh to come on. And here come the Gauchos. And almost a really good play on the back check there. Gonzalez to knock that one down. Welsh will control and move up top with 2:53 remaining here in our first. Onto the field will come Kerr. Kerr's got that really good shooting arc. Stands at 6'3", and you can tell he's one of the bigger guys out there. Stick really looks like a toothbrush in his hands. Centered in front of the back door and a good 1-2 play. Gauchos are on the board, and it'll be Blake Samuel that'll make it 3-1. I got the Samuel call right that time.
They did, yeah.
Nailed it. That is a direct shout out to Samir and the TLN crew. One of the greatest moments in TLN history, right? Maybe not.
I don't know. I wasn't there. You'll have to ask them.
Maybe Samir will text me. So 3-1. Gauchos get on the board, which is huge. I mean, it's such a mind game coming into Colorado, playing Colorado in the all-black uniforms underneath the lights. You know, you talk to teams, and it's tough to come into Colorado. The Buffs traditionally play very well at home, and you look at teams that have beat them here on their home turf, all national champions. In comes Blake Irwin. Irwin on the move. Will move it to the right side. Shot goes just wide. He'll stay here, though, with Colorado. .219 remaining in the first. Clayton. Back up top. Here's Wiesner. If Wiesner can get free, all he needs is half a second to fire his cannon. Clayton to the far side. Big rip. I think that actually might have hit the stick of Peter Bryden. Keeps it out of the cage, though. Back to the near side for Wiesner. Wiesner with the blast and a kick save by Bryden. Just got the side of his foot on that one as he fell down to the right. Enough to keep it out. Wiesner spinning around, losing his stick there. Really good check as Stavik lost it. David Abade will control that one. And Peter Bryden will come out of the net to play it. 1:33 remaining in our first quarter. This one's flown by. Buffs on top 3-1. Reed Zabel will try to use his speed to get to midfield. Colorado, of course, with that another flag up in the air, as I was going to say, that legendary 10-men ride.
I'm not sure if that's going to be for a guy going off or if that's for going off sides or if that's for a slash. There's a pretty big check there right at the end of that. I'm not sure which one we're going to get here.
I saw a slash. I heard a slash, too.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't know if it caught stick or not, so I'm not sure what the call is going to be there.
Minute remaining here in the first quarter. If the Gauchos could cut this one to a one-goal game, that'd be huge heading into the second quarter. Coach Mike Allen would definitely be happy with that. Here with some speed is Welsh. Welsh centers one in front. High slot shot will bounce home. The Gauchos have scored. It's 3-2. It's tough to see from here, but I think that might have been Troy Loper. 46.2 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Gauchos trail 3-2 on Tuesday.
Yep.
It is Tuesday.
It is.
I'm used to saying Saturday or Friday.
It's really weird because,
weird.
the spring break, they could play on a Tuesday.
I am usually studying right now, Derek.
I'm usually not.
Well, at least I pretended to be honest here.
Yeah.
You don't even care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if anybody goes and reads your senior of the month here at CU thing, they would know that that's not true.
Oh, we'll talk about that during the
We will. That was
first
pretty good.
intermission. Thank you. Face-off won there by Zach Sharon. We're going to push on the bus. I think that was on Jackson Marlowe. Nope, sorry. That was against. It was on. They pushed Jackson Marlowe.
There you go. We got it.
Here we go.
Took a second, but we got there.
It's Simboski here with 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Simbo will bring it all the way down past Gioli. Centers it in behind for Clayton. Clayton looking for a pass there in the slot. It looks like he had Mitch McCannon going, as well as Ben Willows. Up to Hunter Molnar. Molnar will look across as time winds away. 16 seconds remaining. Up top for Gonzalez. The junior will trot forward. Handling with one hand. They got to do something.
He's got
here.
the matchup with a short stick, too. He's got to go.
And he's got the shorty Harvey on him. Gonzalez will spin away. 4 seconds remaining.
Quick slide by the Gauchos, so somebody's open. He's got 2 on him.
And he'll let time expire here. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, Colorado leads 3-2 over UCSB. And a really good quarter there for the Gauchos the last 10 minutes. Colorado comes out firing. They're up 3-0. But the Gauchos come right back into it, and they trail by a single tally here on Tuesday night from beautiful Boulder, Colorado. So, let's see. We got any tweets coming in?
I haven't had a chance to check.
Okay, let's see. I love Twitter. I got nothing. Oh, here we go. My boy Colin. Oh, I do got text messages coming in from the TLN crew. Samir texts me, all capitals, Aaron Buca, which was, I mean, personally, as my sports broadcasting career comes to an end here in the end of April as I transition to news full time, that will go down as probably a top 3, top 4 moment for me. Absolutely blowing one of the best games in MCLA history, the call at the end. That was great. Aaron Buca. I'm also getting some message in from Colin Rosenblum from TLM. Hello, Colin, former Buff. Creator and absolute master of video skills. Really, he created Colorado Lacrosse Online. They love club ball. Because everyone loves club ball, they love Colorado Lacrosse. He says confirmed, greatest moment in TLN history, the Aaron Buca goal call. Let's see, it was John Christmas and I were up in the booth for that one, and I've never seen a human being get more into a lacrosse game than John Christmas during the 7 overtime game against BT UCSB 2 years ago now. That was fun.
I mean, at a certain point, you can't help but be engaged. 7 overtimes, that just keeps building and building the suspense.
Oh man. And I knew as a young broadcaster, as I still am, I knew like as every overtime came, like there was more and more pressure to have a great game-winning call. And I thought
that's what you did. You put too much pressure on yourself. Right there, you should have known. You should have known.
It's like I yelled perfectly. It was awesome. I got his hometown. It's like,
did you? Well, question though.
Because Aaron Buca's from Irvine, California, so that was a great story.
We also a question though. Colin McElvaney's call. Your voice cracked on that one. Did you also have a voice crack on this one? Or
no, Buca was more. It was right out of the. Really, it was a stomachy call.
Okay.
It really came out of the stomach.
So it was a perfect call minus the name wrong.
The McElvaney call was a real voice crack. And actually, on the 2 a.m. edition of SportsCenter last year, they made fun of me.
Did they really?
Highlight.
I got to go back and find that now. I know the top 10, but I didn't know that they chirped you a little on SportsCenter.
Oh, it was funny. Buffs here in the second quarter start things off. Thanks for joining us. Colorado leads by a single tally on Tuesday night. In behind. Oh, what a good stick there up in the wickets there. They call that a nugget from Sean Harvey. Harvey, though, will lose the ball as Molnar had a good stick check there. Harvey, though, will recover. So let's break down that first quarter a little bit. We talked a lot about my broadcasting career, which is really irrelevant. Is that 10-man ride again for Colorado, proving to be an issue. As Jordan Shaparsky now will put it over the midline. Really hot start from Colorado, but they kind of eased off the gas there at the end of the first.
Well, they couldn't help but ease off the gas because they didn't control the ball much of the later part of that first quarter, Joe. The Gauchos did a great job of really deadening that ball and taking the air out of it, so that way Colorado couldn't force those turnovers and force it upfield as quickly. They had to play better good solid team defense. It wasn't as quick and run and gun as Colorado was trying to do at the early part of that first.
What a shot there. Perfect geometry from Wesley Kim. That one was a bar down shot and goal, and it's so hard to do that on this turf, especially if you haven't played on it before, because, and I know that the D1's women's team has trouble with this too. It's their field technically. There are just dead spots around the goal.
Well, it depends on how long ago the field was brushed or scraped or whatever that's called. It was actually
scraped yesterday because it was covered in snow.
There you go. Yep. So that's because when they do that, it kind of re-spreads out all those little black turf pellet things, those little rubber tire shavings, and spread those back out so that way it's a little more even, and the ball doesn't just fall flat in a big pile of that stuff.
Zach Sharon with a really good push, but Simbowski with a better scoop. So he'll try to recoil back into his own zone, and a good play by the long poles back there for Colorado. Makarov with an acrobatic one-handed grab, and the Buffs will head back up the other end of the field. Simbo's going to use his legs on this one as he triggers it forward. Picked off and brought the other way now by Holton. Will be the long Paul Herning here, as Herning will recoil back as UCSB here looking to tie things up here. Colin Harvey, the freshman he comes from La Costa Canyon High School. Same high school that Jack Cranston went to.
Maybe they know each other.
Jack's probably 6 years older than him. Jack Cranston, I'd call him a legend of Colorado lacrosse. He and Riley, for sure.
Yeah, probably. I don't see why you wouldn't classify him that way. I'd have to hear a good argument of why not to.
I mean, they were on the national championship team, the first national championship.
I mean, he's still used in marketing posters around the rec center. So
Andrew Ferguson will tie it. What? That's not right. Yeah, they will tie it. It says 4-3 up on the board.
No, they're in the lead.
Oh, now they're in the lead. Okay, I wasn't paying
Yep.
attention there. Now it's 4-3. Gaucho's lead. I'm not actually watching these games. I'm looking at cameraman Tanner to make sure he's safe up in the lift. Thumbs up from Tanner. He is high in the air. 4-3 Gauchos. Oh, my. So the Santa Barbara Gauchos, they come in and take a lead here with 12:32 remaining in our first half. As you were mentioning, though, Jack Cranston all over University of Colorado promotional material, not just lacrosse. He is all over all of it. We'll get a push on the Gauchos, so it'll be Colorado ball here inside the offensive half. Simbo will take it and play it across to John Clayton. Clayton will hold up along the far edge in front of his own bench. You can see Colorado and their all blacks on that far sideline. They have that intimidating look. Jake Gonzalez thought about triggering a shot in between the two defenders. Instead, it'll come all the way to the far side as a big shot from Molnar. Better save there by Bryden. Bryden with a good pass. What a catch climbing the ladder. Here's Dixon. Alex Dixon will move it in transition on the doorstep, and a save by Makarov, falling down and landing on top of that one on the goal line. Colorado looking to push the pace back the other way. Here comes Gonzalez into the offensive half. He'll move it forward to Esqueda. Carter will be picked up by the long ball, Del Porto. Del Porto will force a pass over to Clayton. Up to Gonzalez, top of the box. Good deke move as he kind of loses his stick there. He'll get pushed over. Clayton will use him he tried to use him as a pick, and then he realized the angle was off. So we'll go behind here to X as Esqueda will trot in behind GLE. Again, that long ball, Colin Del Porto behind him. Esqueda trying to turn the corner. Looks out towards Gonzalez. Gonzalez immediately picks up. McCannon to the far side. The ball will escape from Molnar. And Colorado uncharacteristically having a hard time with the ball tonight.
Yeah, I think it might just be, a little bit of nerves. This is, I think, Joe, the first time they've been down on home turf all year. So maybe they're just they're really trying to get that next goal since they've had a pretty long drought here.
In transition to Esqueda, he fires. Oh, and a save by Bryden. He got just enough of that one going 5-hole to slow it down. Big pass in transition. Back the other way is Dixon. Dixon comes right at the net, fires and scores. And that's how you break the 10-man ride, Derek. You got to have a great pass from a goaltender like that. Bryden's going to get the assist. What a play by Dixon on the other end, and it's 5-3 Gauchos.
Well, and both of those times the Gauchos have been kind of flying down the field on those fast breaks there. Penn Lukens has been at roughly midfield. He's basically standing on the horn of the Buffalo that you can see there on the screen. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to figure out which man either coming on or on the side here is his guy to pick up because of this 10-man ride. And in that confusion, the Gauchos have, I think, realized that if they can get it to one of those two guys and just make that quick decision and try to catch Penn a little off guard, then they're going to have an opportunity for a fast break. And they've gotten that a couple times now. That time they capitalized on it.
Getting a tweet in, Randy Warner on Twitter says, La Costa Canyon is in San Diego, Cranston from Orange County. I was wrong. Ooh, someone went to La Costa County. I'll have to look that up. I don't know anything I'm talking about, usually. Down the edge comes Colorado. It's Chris Bolin. Bolin will move it in behind for Colorado. Mosqueda with the whirligig in behind, trying to get in on front. And another miscommunication there for the Buffs as we'll get over and back called on Penn Lukens. And in transition, a shot goes in again. That one's going to be from Blake Samuel, his second here of the evening. And all of a sudden, the Gauchos are jumping all over Colorado.
Yeah, and again, it's on kind of these unsettled situations, these quick restarts or the unsettled clears with the goaltender making a save. Gauchos have really made a living so far this game on those opportunities.
Becky Brightman tweeting in, watching from Columbus, Ohio, #GoBuffs. Gus tweeting in, shout out my boys Jody and Jimmy Barlupo. Make sure to keep those tweets coming in to @Joe Paris, @DMichelson_. 10:06 remaining here in the first half. 3-goal deficit for Colorado. And Derek, looking down at my sheets, the Buffs have yet to trail until today. Trail at home on home turf in the 2 games they played against Oregon and Boise State. And Boise State came in and played a really good game. They being the Buffs, snuck out of trouble with really a last-second goal from Jake Gonzalez. And they held on to keep that lead. Otherwise, that one was, neck and neck the whole game.
Yeah, and it kind of surprised me, and almost an acrobatic goal there.
Blake Samuel with a great pass there in transition. He really flicked that one over the edge and just missed Dixon on the backside. So 6-3 with 9:32 remaining in our first half. Colorado trailing here at home. UCSB, traditionally a very good team. Last year, a down year. This year, though, you can see that they're on their way back.
You can never count a team out in the MCLA. There's been times where, in Colorado's history, where you're not sure which Colorado you're going to get. Are you going to get the Colorado that we kind of see today that's just super aggressive and most of the time in the lead, or are you going to get a Colorado that's kind of on their heels? Well, since Coach Galvin's been here, it's really been a one Colorado show. So they've kind of turned things around in that way. But some of these other teams, sometimes you may get a team you don't expect to really show up is going to give you a pretty tough test.
Well, Colorado, because of the program they are and the tradition they have with Coach John Galvin, they have a target on their back. People want to come in and beat the Buffs. They want to beat the Buffs. And you talk to players, you talk to opposing coaches. A lot of teams will come into Colorado. When they're here in state for a 2-3 game set, they will empty the tank on Kit Field just to make a statement against the Buffs.
Yeah, and I think that that's really true with any elite program, Joe. Any team. I know it used to be probably a very similar way with Michigan a few years ago before they went to D1. So I don't think that's necessarily a symptom of just Colorado. I think that's something for all top-tier teams that they experience that. And honestly, it makes them better too, because every day they get their best from that opposing team. So ultimately, when it comes to time for the national championship, Colorado's used to this in and out, day in out test of this top talent.
I thought that was a failure to advance.
Well, he's got 10 seconds from the start of that horn, so he's got about 4 more, and we're going to get the call.
And in case anyone was wondering at home, Jack Cranston went to Santa Margarita Catholic High School.
I thought, actually, that sounds right now that I hear it, yeah.
Who went to Canada?
Did he tell you that, or did you look it up?
I looked on his Facebook.
Oh, well, hey,
find it in my
Facebook
notes.
stalker.
No, we're friends.
Okay.
Now we are. 7:54 remaining in the first half. Colorado trails by 3. Referee's having a conversation in front of Mike Allen's sideline, trying to figure out the call. It looks like the ball will stay here with the Gauchos.
Well, I think what they were trying to figure out was, did the 10-second run, the count off for the failure to advance occur before the ball was touched out of bounds by Colorado? And it looks like they obviously decided that was not the case.
Gauchos will move it around the outside. Who's that guy they go to during broadcasts in the studio, the official, who's never right?
Oh, who's never right?
Who's never right.
I don't know. I've
Okay,
seen
but you know
him be
who I'm
right.
talking about?
Are you talking about Mike Carey's the one that
Mike
comes
Carey.
to mind? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay.
And Mike Pereira on Fox. We don't have Mike Carey. We have Derek Michelson here. We cut our budget in half. So we had Mike Carey on the budget last year, but he was like 0 for 70 when we would send to him. So we just cut him out, and then we gave Derek.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've officiated, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Our official expert.
Long time ago.
Doesn't matter.
Box too, not outdoor.
All right.
So a little different, but
Well,
mostly the same things.
Kai Welsh will take it from the end line. As you can hear, I'm sure through my headset, the wind's starting to pick up. We are actually going to be under a blizzard warning in Boulder, Colorado into tomorrow morning. Oh boy, there goes the television, and a save by Derek. Wow. Hold on tight. Our television monitor, which actually doubles as my television at home, went flying, and Derek caught it with his left hand.
No more Netflix for Joe.
No more Netflix. Oh my God. If I didn't get to finish
College ruined.
No, life ruined. Oh my goodness. What a play from the sideline by Blake Samuel to flip that one back into play. Ground ball battle still going on down there. Lumber being laid. Colorado will come up with it. I'm on episode 14, season 3 of Lost, and if I don't get to find out what happens with Locke and the stuff going on, I don't want to spoil Lost for anyone, there would be no lacrosse game Thursday.
You've advanced to a couple from your senior bio thing you did there.
Yeah,
It was on like 10, I think.
We'll talk about that at halftime.
Okay.
I've got a lot to say about that.
All right, hey.
All right. Along the far side, Colorado does control here. They're down 3 with 6 minutes to go in the half. Big shot and a save there by Bryden again. A rocket from Ben Wharton, but a big save by Peter Bryden. Bryden has brought his A game to Boulder. Here comes Sean Harvey. Harvey in transition, not picked up until Wharton gets all the way back. And you're going to see the Gauchos slow the pace down here. Absolutely. They have played a great second quarter here. They go down 3-0, and since that point, they've outscored Colorado 6-0.
Well, but the thing they got to be careful of is not to take too much out of the ball, because you got to remember a lot of their goals came on transition. So when you just kind of sit the ball down short, it maybe staves off a Colorado goal for another 20, 30 seconds. You may get one yourself, but you take too much out of it, and eventually Colorado's going to become more aggressive and just relentless pressure, and they're going to get opportunities like that on the fast break themselves.
And you can see Colorado's in their head a little bit there in transition. Clayton with a really good pass on the button to Escada, and 9 out of 10 times Carter's going to bury that, and you can see he gripped the stick a little too hard there, and he flicked that one into the night.
Yeah, I wonder if they're second-guessing some of their shots a little bit, because a couple big saves for the Gauchos side of things, and Colorado might be starting to think about their shot selection. A lot of times as a shooter, when you start to do that, it maybe changes your release points, it changes how you're doing things, which is a little less comfortable for you as a shooter occasionally. So when you start to do those things, sometimes it can really affect your game.
5:11 remaining here in the first half. You're tuning in to University of Colorado Lacrosse, sponsored by Radio 1190. Make sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 to 7 to listen to me talk about things on the radio. Hashtag plug.
News.
Did we plug that all right?
Dude, I don't think so. Well, we got the thing on
We
here.
got the bug on the left.
I got the thing up on the bottom, but I just don't want to update
it. We're hoping in the future to have time where it says Radio 1190. We're working on that with our engineering staff, who conveniently went to Aspen this week.
Mm-hmm.
And by engineering staff, it's one guy.
Well, that's kind of how our whole thing is. We have a camera staff of one guy. We have we have an engineer of staff of one guy.
Getting a text in from Samir from TLN. He says, I'm just watching Lost. Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm starting Lost now.
Oh, okay.
I got into Lost like originally, and like the idea of like being on a plane and it crashing into an island just freaked me out. And I just couldn't, I was like, I can't watch this because it's too scary.
Okay.
So now that I'm a big boy and I'm not, let's see, Lost came out in like what, 2004? I guess I would have been in 4th grade.
Was it?
So now I'm not scared anymore.
I don't know.
So that's the truth.
We do have handy dandy internet. Let's get on our friend the Google.
The Googs. Anyways, in terms of lacrosse, there's no lacrosse played in the TV show Lost, so I can't even pretend. Kelly Stavik in behind. Far side over to Clayton. Clayton will come around a pick from Wiesner, trying to back his man down. And, I mean, you can see that Clayton's trying to just throw the ball towards the net and get anything on Bryden, but Bryden's been up to the challenge here. Was I right on Lost?
Pretty close.
2004.
Is that what you said?
Bang. Got
All
it.
right. Way to
You're
go.
welcome. Good show. Season 3. # no spoilers, please. Up top for Colorado will be Chris Boland. He'll exchange with his skate as Colorado will start the motion offense. Clayton gets free. Got his hands tucked in, though, so he'd have to move it around back to Boland. Wiesner spins around, takes a huge shot, and again, missing the net. Colorado's, their direction finder is off. Skata in behind. Over to Clayton on the near side. Up top here, Wiesner a blast, and that actually, I think it hit the defender.
Yeah.
I think that was Holton.
Shaking his head a little bit.
Holton got a piece of that one with his body unintentionally. And I'll tell you unintentionally, because no one's going to stand in front of a Wiesner shot. On the back door on GLA is Clayton up top, and that one too high for Kelly Stavik to get to. And that'll go out of bounds again. Another turnover for Colorado. I count 6 here in the second. 6 unforced turnovers.
That sounds right. We will head across maybe at halftime and check the stat sheet, but it sounds right.
It's a far walk. 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Speaking of halftime, make sure to tune into the Radio 1190 halftime show with Joe and Derek. We'll talk about some lacrosse, but probably not. That's kind of been our trademark all year.
It really has.
Give everyone a break from the game they love. You know, you can have too much of a good thing, Derek. Andrew Ferguson will get it up top. Blake Samuel will receive it down on GLE. He'll move it in behind. Kim back up top to Welsh. To the near side, controlled by Ferguson. Ferguson got his hands free. Couldn't quite pull the trigger left-handed. Around the edge, though, comes Dixon, who takes a shot. And that one goes flying out of town. We haven't had our token ball into US Highway 36 yet. Still waiting for that. We should really make a bingo game. We should make a bingo game. Dixon will handle up top. Big shot, sidewinder, turned away by Makarov. But picked up by Blake Samuel behind again. Dixon another blast, and that one is also going to find its way home. He somehow beat Jensen to the short side, and I haven't seen Jensen Makarov play like this in 2 years. I mean, he has never had a game like this where he's just not seeing the ball. Gauchos lead 7-3 with 3:02 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and that one really was kind of one that he, in theory, should have had. You know, he saw it kind of the whole way in. He was in pretty good position, just making a couple slight movements to get to that one, but one that he, in theory, should have it. And you can see, I think he kind of knows, so the big thing is going to be not letting it rattle him, because he took a brief solo walk there after that goal was scored, and he got his hands on his hips right now. He seems like he's not too happy with himself, and as a goaltender, you can't let that sink in, because then you're just going to be, you're trying too hard to make saves. You're not letting your play just happen naturally, and he's got to be careful of trying to do too much in net.
Gauchos will get the ball off the face-off again. Harvey will trot forward with 2:50 remaining here in the second. Derek, not the game I was expecting from Colorado. I know it's spring break, but Coach Galvin has been very good over the years about not allowing games over spring break at home or on the road to really be off any routine that Colorado gets on for game day or for game week. And, you know, I have a chance to see what the routine is going to be like for the week for all the players, and it's just a regular week for Colorado here. The only difference is they're not going to class, but the lifts are the same, the team practices are the same, the senior practices are the same. Everything's the same this week. You know, there's no days off on spring break.
Well, but sometimes it's the what you do during those periods of not having class during spring break that may be affecting what we're seeing here a little bit. I'm not sure to how much, but that could be a problem. But honestly, Joe, the Gauchos, give them credit. They've played great so far. So
they have.
It's not anything that, you know, Colorado is doing this or not doing this, whatever. It's the Gauchos have played a good game and kept up right with them.
And let's be fair, Peter Bryden is playing out of his mind right now. I don't care who comes into Boulder or who comes into any lacrosse stadium. He is pitching, a shutout here in the second, being tested by a very good offensive core of Colorado, who you can tell is frustrated right now.
And compared with his statistics coming in, you know, he's having another
great
big save. Game. I mean,
yeah.
This is a phenomenal game for him. You just can't describe it any other way.
He's got 10-11 saves here in the second quarter alone. Moved forward in transition. This will be Herning. Herning and looking on the back door for Samuel. A shot. He's looking top left there. Just missed that one.
And to 36th goes. There we go.
Did it go into the highway?
It did, yeah. It just rolled over there.
Hell yeah.
There we going to get a timeout. Looks like Colorado.
Coach Galvin will take a timeout. Team is not looking like Colorado Lacrosse here tonight, as the clouds are blowing in behind us. It is getting cold. I do not like it.
Gloves on.
You got your official
I
University of Colorado Lacrosse gloves on.
Yep, got the gloves, got the shirt, got the sweater.
Are you wearing it all?
Yeah.
What about the socks?
No, I don't. I'm not.
No socks?
Remember, mine don't fit.
That's who it was. There we go. Cooper Perkins just tweets in, Zane O'Brien went to La Costa Canyon. That's who it was. It was Zob.
Okay.
Zob went to La Costa Canyon. There it is. Thank you very much, Cooper Perkins. What else we got?
Joe just got pretty aggressive up here in the booth.
Because I knew someone went to La Costa Canyon. I was like, who went to La Costa Canyon? All right, we got some tweets coming in. SMHS Lacrosse says, let's go St. Mary's High School Joe De Jesus and Jimmy Barlupo, hashtag 209 Lax. Scott B. Rod says, enjoying the game from Santa Barbara. Nice 6-0 run by the Gauchos. Yes. J-Mac says, let's go Buffs. Your Steamboat fans want some goals before our snow comes your way. Oh, my goodness, J-Mac. We're getting up to a foot of snow here in the Denver-Boulder metro area. And we do want to take a real quick moment to give a special shout-out out east to Colorado native Avi Becker. Avi from Colorado plays for UCSB. He was unable to join the team here tonight as his grandfather passed away. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Becker family as well as Avi. We miss you out here tonight, and we hope to see you again soon. I was talking with some of the parents for UCSB, and we really want to make sure we give him a shout-out tonight. You know, it's a bummer to miss out.
And it's not just from Colorado; he's from the area.
He's from Boulder.
Yeah, so he really wanted to be here from this game at this game for what it sounded like it was kind of the game of the year for him. So
he was looking forward for his 4 years here. Becker actually went to Fairview High School, which really Fairview you could walk here and it's about a 10-minute walk to Fairview High School here.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends that went there. Great lacrosse program over the years. A bunch of players from Boulder and Fairview High School come across to play for the Buffs, and it's one of those things that if you're from Boulder or Fairview High School, you grow up watching these guys. And, for Avi, we really wish you could have made it out here, but we're glad you're at home with your family, and our thoughts go out to you. Minute remaining in the first half. Gauchos doing business here in Boulder, picked off by Colorado. They'll look to move it back the other way here and cut into this 4-goal deficit with 50 seconds remaining in the first. And Colorado having a hard time with the clear, but Penn Lukens will get that one on a hop, and here comes Penn the other way. Penn in transition has been so good this year. He'll get it into the offensive half over to Emery Russ. Flipped on to Boland. Up top here for Gonzalez. Gonzalez will get around the corner, draws the double team here. Looks back to Rust, and behind to GLE instead. Up top for Rust. Rust tries to turn the corner there with the left hand. Couldn't quite get around with 22 seconds remaining here as we're going to get a whistle.
Timeout.
And timeout from Coach Galvin, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it is. So timeout from Coach Galvin.
Slightly different signal on that one. Wasn't sure exactly what happened. It was a slightly different signal.
Stop being windy. This is unreal.
It's going to get worse, too.
You know why it's windy? It's because we're doing a broadcast. If we weren't doing a broadcast.
It was bright and sunny when we started this setup, wasn't it?
That's what Tanner said. Tanner Bergamo, our camera way up in the lift, he said as soon as the game starts. Yeah,
he knows.
A smirk on his face.
He knows.
He knows.
The curse. It came.
Anyways, so stay tuned. Radio 1190 halftime show coming up. Joe and Derek here with you in Boulder. We're going to talk about Lost. We're going to talk about what do you want to talk about?
Well, your senior thing.
My senior thing. We got to talk about my accomplishment. I've been getting a lot of questions also about what I'm doing next after I graduate in May, so we'll announce that as well during halftime.
That's the one, yep.
We'll talk about what Derek's doing after he graduates in May.
But it's not certain.
Well, I don't know. You can say whatever you want. Literally, you could say you're going to be an astronaut in NASA's training program, and nobody will know.
Well, they will now. You just gave it away.
Well, yeah, we'll pick something else.
Okay.
Anyways, that's at halftime. For now, though, we've got
21 seconds away.
21.9 seconds
Wow.
away.
If you want to get technical.
Hashtag research.
What are we going to do with this TV at halftime?
We're going to have to put it down.
Okay.
Because if we lose that TV, there's no Joe Paris anymore. He's done. He quits.
Okay.
All right. In behind, Colorado looking to get a goal here. Moving on is Molnar. Molnar spins away, gets a little bit of time, and he whiffs on the shot. He knows it. What a play, though, coming in and just missing on the near side was McCannon. It'll be thrown there all the way down the length of the field, and time will expire on the first half of play. UCSB in the driver's seat, 7-3 after 30 minutes of play.
Well, it looks like we got an injured Gaucho down there, too. Looks like, is that number 8? Should be Joe De Jesus, I believe. He hasn't really, I think that's an 8, Joe.
Well, I messed up the 8 and the 6 thing from the Gauchos 2 years ago. I'm not going to try it again.
All right.
No way.
I'll say it, and I'm going to stick to it. Looks like he's injured, so I'll try to see if he's going to be all right for anybody at home. Oh, I was like, what's happening?
So what's going on behind us? So, do you want to, I don't know, what do you want to do here? Tanner, you want to see what the camera looks like pointed at us?
Oh, hold on. I got to switch these out and do this and then that. That's good.
I don't know. Tanner, if you want, you can point the camera at us. I don't really care.
Oh, well, graphics going to be wrong.
Graphics, are we on the wrong sides?
Yeah, we're switched. See? There you go.
Switch sides, just me guy.
Okay. Are we going to do those?
Are we going to do microphones?
Let's do those.
Okay, we're going to do microphones, so bear with us. Hold on. We got microphones just for this. Ow!
Close shot there, bud.
Ow! All right. Okay, I got wind covers. Test. All right, they work.
Mine doesn't.
You gotta plug it in, guy.
Come on, that sounds hard.
It's the greatest show on earth. This is like going to the circus.
Goes this way?
Yeah, you put it in.
I know, I just had to figure out the pin.
All right.
Nailed it.
It's like going to the circus, but like during a lacrosse
Are we
game.
on? We're good?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
That's the monitor that almost fell over. That's the monitor
There it
that
is.
almost fell over.
It's over there?
This is great. This is new. This is for us because the truth is we both wanted to be stand-up comedians and we weren't funny enough. So we do a halftime
that wasn't
show.
My dream, though, Joe.
Doesn't matter. It is now.
It is now?
It is
just
now.
Inherited your dream? Okay.
Sure.
All right.
We're going to look at all the old Celtron 200 and see if we got any halftime tweets.
I haven't gotten anything, Joe.
Well,
I mean, pull up my phone just to make sure. But
please send us tweets so we have something to do for the halftime show. AT&T, who's not an official sponsor of CU Lacrosse, they have the worst coverage in Boulder. I have such a hard time getting reception anywhere.
I really hope they're not an official sponsor after that ringing endorsement.
I once... Not a good story.
Okay.
You're tuned into the... Lost.
Talk Lost.
Okay, let me tell you about Lost. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. J-Mac, let's go Buffs. Oh, we got that one. Okay,
Yeah.
we got that one. Next. Dion Buca, Gaucho alum, Johnny Morgan. Oh, Johnny Morgan. Really good player. 2014 from La Costa Canyon. Also Sean Harvey. Maybe a couple others from their time. Anyone else? Diane Buca. Oh, wow. The 8 and 6 issue involved my son Aaron Buca and Blake Samuel. Okay, I don't know if you missed this, Diane Buca, but I was the announcer that 2 years ago absolutely ruined the call at the end of the UCSB Virginia Tech game.
Send your hate mail to this guy.
Send your tweets this way. I won't give out my email address, although it is available online. I called your son Buca like really loudly on the broadcast, and I said, it was the greatest story because like the games were at UC Irvine.
Okay.
And he's still from Irvine, California. He'll always be from Irvine, California. And so I was like, that's so awesome. He's from Irvine. He scores the huge game winner in the longest game ever. And then I absolutely ruined it because Blake Samuel scored the goal because it was the 8-6 issue. And they've gotten, I'll give them credit, they've gotten much better jerseys for number differentiation since then. What else?
Colorado's gone the other way, though.
All right, we got another one coming in. My phone froze. Someone says, thanks so much for the shout-out, boys, go Gauchos. And then my phone froze it. All right, what do you want to talk about here?
Well, we got Lost. We got your senior thing. And then if we have time, maybe lacrosse.
Okay, Samir Chaudhry from TLN, the Lacrosse Network. Okay, we got to do something.
Put that down. I keep looking at it.
We're done.
A little nervous.
If we break this TV, I have nothing to do when I go home.
All right.
All right. Shamir says, give me a breakdown of what's going on with CU's offense. Is that, well, he wants to know about a player, but we don't want to talk about it right now. I'll talk about it later, Samir. Okay. So, Derek, for all of our hard work over the last 4 years.
Well, yours more than mine. I just kind of show up and randomly do things.
I was elected Senior of the Month for the month of March.
I didn't get a ballot, so I want my vote.
Not sure who
here.
voted. Tanner voted, right, Tanner? Tanner said he voted.
Okay. So, Tanner, do you have all the ballots over there? I didn't get one?
He counted all the ballots.
Is that what happened? I want to recount. On the phone?
They're being recounted in Florida.
Oh, he voted for himself. He didn't even vote for you.
You didn't even vote for me? Come on, dude.
Well, now this is just awkward.
We're not even friends, I guess. I have nothing to say about the lacrosse game. I'm frustrated.
What? We'll talk about your senior thing. You got
okay. So, anyways, I spent my whole. So they sent me a questionnaire, and they're like, "Please tell us about your 4 years of college." And I spent most of it talking about Lost. And
pretty good amount, yeah.
Pretty good. And the TV show Lost, which is available on Netflix.
Favorite quote of the whole thing was how much time you spent on homework.
Oh, okay. So I said I spent more time watching CU sports than I did studying for any class. And I think that's true. Because we have spent so much time watching CU sports over the last 4 years.
I almost want to count it up.
It's disgusting.
Just kind of see where we're at with this.
I know, because we're here 4 or 5 hours early before every game for 4 years.
Is that kind of watching sports, though?
We're watching them warm up. That's sport.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
Oh, here's a good one. Samir wants to know, okay, here's a good one. How did Colin Rosenblum just move to Venice Beach, and is his hair growing out? He really letting the LA thing go to his head. Colin, if you're listening to this, and I know you might be, Coach Galvin would be very disappointed if you're growing your hair out because it doesn't conform with buff standards.
Well,
does it?
See, that's the thing. I
don't know. Clayton's got the long hair
about this rule, yeah, because I feel like I know I heard him talking to Clayton last year when I was still team affiliated, not on this side, and he said something about the hair and getting it cut and all that stuff before the spring meeting, the team meeting.
Okay.
To see who's going to come out, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll get it." And sure enough, 2 days later, he shows up with not quite a buzz cut, but it was clipper cut. It wasn't long anymore. It wasn't anything like that. And so I was always kind of curious what was going on with that. And then here he is this year, back with the long hair, as well as at least 3 other guys on the team, maybe 4 or 5. So I'm always curious what that's about. Maybe Colin can shed some light since he used to be a buff.
No, I did not call you Shamir. Stop! This is a disaster. There's wind everywhere. This is bad. If we lose the gear, then the whole thing's over, and the game's over, too. They finished the game. But who's here tonight? Let's see. We got a lot of family and friends. Tanner, point out the crowd. So the people that came out on this windy night. And they all turned away. Let's see. I see Tyler Doherty. I see Hayden McLean. I think probably Austin's here. What else is here? All right, let's see. We got a lot of tweets coming in, Derek.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Megan Boyle says, love the stand-up comedy. Cheering on Simboski. Yep.
Oh, I do have it.
Shout out. Hey, there we go.
My first tweet of the broadcast show.
Gus says, any updates on number 8's injury? We don't have any. He looks okay. We've been here, but he looked good coming off. I think he looked good.
Yeah, he started to get it. And Jacqueline, I'm trying to see where she's at right now, maybe.
Isabella Mobilian says, hi. What's up, Isabella? Trevor Emmerich, who's your favorite Little Rascal? Haven't seen it. Have you?
Sorry, what?
Who's your Little Rascal? No? Okay.
Where are you at? How far are you?
I've gotten a lot. Let's see.
Okay, what is the weirdest
Trevor,
thing
I can't say that on the air. If you tweeted us, if you want us to,
Trevor.
I can't. Okay, Isabella says, give the girls streaming the game from Aspen a shout out. Shout out to Aspen. Yo, what up? I love Aspen. Colin, haters gonna hate. Actually, if you want the truth, Colin, I love the long hair, and I think you and Samir are legends, and I both look up to you, and anything you do is perfect. So, thank you. Let's see what we got here. Slash Squatch, about to watch this one-man Joe. Oh, I did the CU Sports Show alone. I did CU Sports Mag alone on Friday because literally everyone went home. Who cares? So I started the show saying this isn't a one-man show. This is a one-man Joe. And then
And then that happened.
That's pretty good.
What does this say?
Let's see. Trevor says, at least give me a shout out. I'm working hard to give you material here. Trevor Emmerich, I absolutely love the tweets you're sending in. Unfortunately, due to prior restrictions, we cannot say those words on
confidentiality statements.
Do you want the truth, actually?
What happened?
We can say whatever we want on these broadcasts.
I know.
The FCC does not govern the internet.
But
there's terrible things on the internet. What?
When I was team side, or 2 years ago, sorry, you and Greg wouldn't let me sell certain ads.
Yeah, because look, there are certain products in Boulder that are popular in Boulder and legal in Boulder.
It was a car. We were trying to do anything.
I thought you were talking about
car.
No, you were talking about
that's a Galvin rule anyway, and I wouldn't do that. So it was a car. We wanted to sell a car.
Okay, well, a certain company I may or may not work for. Yeah, we're not going to go there. Just kidding. All right, what other tweets you got?
I think it's time.
Do we get through all of them?
Man.
All right,
pretty close here, so we're gonna down.
All right, hold on. We're gonna switch back to the headsets. That's probably, if you're a lacrosse fan, you probably want us to fall off this thing and die. If you're not a lacrosse fan, we're having a lot of fun. I got a shout out to two of my favorite people in the world, Samir and Colin, who, without Samir and Colin, I guarantee you this broadcast would not be here tonight. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Samir and Colin, who are, and I can't forget Julian, and I don't know if Julian's tuned in, but Julian has been doing cool things too. We're friends on Snapchat, and he is out filming the coolest things in the world. Anyways, if it wasn't for
the rec just tweeted at us.
Well, did they? What did they say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, if it wasn't for Colin and Samir and Julian, I would have never had the opportunity to broadcast MCLA action at the national tournament and really gotten a good feel and gotten to meet everyone from around the league and around the lacrosse world in the MCLA. And without that, I would have definitely given up on lacrosse and pursued my dream of being an astronaut. But instead,
well, I tell you what, I would be here if you didn't let me jump on this thing. So I guess I got to shout out to those guys too then.
Yeah.
By kind of like
by proxy.
The trickle down. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Colin, Samir, and Julian. They are.
Colin helped me a lot. Let's be fair. So my own shout out separately to Colin as well for everything last couple of years when I was on team side.
Those are the guys. Find them.
Oh, I guess we got to switch these
TLN.
back here.
They have a great new app. They're not an official sponsor of Colorado Lacrosse, but I wish they could be. I think I'm wearing my TLN shirt today. No, I'm not. I'm wearing my lacrosse shirt. Anyways, all right. There's actually a really good game going on here. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's call some lacrosse, Guy. What do you say?
I agree to that, but let me update the scorebook first.
Keep sending those tweets, though, because we will get to them later on. Trevor, you're the man. Keep sending us cool stuff. All right, 14:36 remaining here in our third quarter. Thanks for joining us. Do you want to try and put the TV back up, or you want to just leave it?
Yeah, well, I kind of need it because I got to update these real fast. Okay, I think we're good.
All right, Colorado trails by 4 here at home, which is not the circumstance they want to be in, so they're going to try and undo that. Meanwhile, UCSB here pitching a really good game. Baseball only a few weeks away. Our cameraman, actually, Tanner Bergamo, was listening to the Mets preseason game against the Yankees this afternoon. They were losing 2-0 at the time. I don't know if they came back and won.
Nope, apparently not.
They did not.
Classic Mets.
Score update, Mets lose to the Yankees in spring ball. Another turnover by Colorado. I've got 8 here in the last 2 quarters, and the 10-man ride for Colorado. Not as effective tonight as we saw against Boise State. Oh, we didn't talk about what we're doing in the future. We'll do that. We'll do that post-game or the third quarter.
Okay.
There is a Radio 1190 post-game show for all of you wondering, and we will read all of your tweets and get into whatever you guys want to for that. So we have everyone tuning in. We've got people in Aspen, Steamboat, California, TLN headquarters. They're probably not at TLN headquarters. But. Hunter Molnar will come to the near side. Pitches in behind for Esqueda. Someone's car alarm's going off here. If you drive a... Oh, it's done.
Okay,
got it. Never mind. Molnar back up top. We call play-by-play for the entire field, not just the game.
We keep things interesting.
Down on GLE, Esqueda will try to spin away here as Colorado needs to get something going here. I know we've been having a lot of fun today on this broadcast, but they got to step up here a little bit. Gonzalez up top to Clayton, around the horn to the far side now, trying to, ooh, what a move there. Shot on net, save again by Bryden. Comes free, though, behind. Yeah, I think someone might have gotten it. Well, I don't know.
All right, farthest official from us blew his whistle, and he was blocked by a couple players, so I didn't see his signal.
Someone might have gotten in the crease, maybe, is my thought. Back across center. Here comes Ferguson. They call him Fergie. In down low for Blake Samuel. Back and forth with Kerr. Michael Kerr will come onwards to Abadi. Michael Kerr up top. We'll flip on with Ferguson. And I'm sure we're going to see a really deliberate pace here from UCSB. Absolutely. Yeah. Making a run from the near side will be Elliot Stanger. Stanger back to the near side. Looking to get unload was Ferguson there. Looking up top here for Stanger. Stanger gets by one defender, fires one. That one goes just wide. Stays here. 12:05 remaining in the third. I was so proud of that one-man joke on that. I'm so laughing at it. Alex Dixon, who's played a really good game here tonight, will tally on to Kerr. Kerr will exchange up top, rocketed it across. Trucks forward to Stanger here. He'll zip one in behind. Rockets back and forth here as they'll move the ball along. Pass it to the far side. Blake Samuel chips it across. Big shot is actually blocked in front by Shaparski. Won't show up in the scorebook, but Shaparski with the save. Stop being windy. In behind here for the Gauchos. UCSB here, moving around the edge. They'll come clockwise to the near side for Kerr. Kerr, who's got that huge shooting arc, tries to get inside, but a good play by Colorado's Mitch McCannon to push him off, and a big pickup for Colorado. Colorado needs to start getting things going here, and oh my goodness, spider monkeying from behind was Wes Kim, and he almost picked that one off from Makarov. Ball will bounce here back to McCannon. McCannon will get across center. Snuck by Dixon. 10:55 remaining here in the third. Colorado trails by 4. And the Buffs have found themselves in a close game almost every single afternoon or evening they've played. They've lost 2 one-goal games to the top team in the country. At the time, they lost the opener to Grand Canyon, and they lost last weekend in overtime to Chapman in an unbelievable contest as Colorado will turn the ball over again. Peter Bryden, 30 in between the pipes for the Gauchos. He is the sheriff in town today. To the near side, Dixon with a really good head fake will move around and uses his speed. Shaparski will chase after him. Really good job there to move away from the triple team and get it down by GLE with 10-11 remaining in the third quarter. In behind for Samuel. Samuel back up top. Zabel will take a shot. His stick was lifted, I think, by Shaparski just at the last second. Samuel in behind at X. He'll be picked up by McCannon, rather Zane O'Brien. Looking to unload here is Kim. Kim walks in, takes a shot, and he scores. Wes Kim will make it 8-3. And Colorado sideline is looking back and forth at each other, looking for answers here. And someone's got to do something, Derek.
Yeah, that one was just a good shot, to be honest with you. It was a little bit of a twister there when he takes his body and it doesn't come across his face and shoot it backhanded in a way, but kind of leaned over and moved his stick a little towards the other side of his face to try to get a slightly better angle, and it worked out for him. So that was just a good individual effort. Not really much Colorado can do on that one.
Colorado needs to win the faceoff department here the way through to deny those extra possessions from the Gauchos. The ball is going to be battled for here. Vicious GB down right on the restraining edge.
And that's not an area you can really count on, though, Joe. It's if going back to that graphic we showed pre-game there, the teams are almost dead even on their face-off win percentage of the year. So it's not something you can count on if you're CU. So you have to come up with possessions in other ways and force turnovers or just capitalize on your offensive opportunities. We haven't seen him do that the last couple times with the ball.
9:10 remaining here in the third. 8-3 our score. It's not funny anymore. We got to get into the box here in 10 seconds. It's going to bounce towards the sideline, inching towards the Colorado bench, and they get it in. And I had 9 on the referee's count. On the doorstep, another goal from Kim. It's 9-3. This is very uncharacteristic of Colorado lacrosse.
Yeah, broken play there, just leading to the goal, Joe. That, like you said, it was really close on whether that was actually 9 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the case may be. But what happened is Colorado had to try to flex out to try to keep that Gaucho, and I don't know who it was, I didn't see the number, from getting into that box and getting that touch to clear off that countdown. So when they had to flex out, they left a lot of real estate open on that back post, and they just found an open man. It was as simple as that. So broken play leading to a good scoring opportunity for the Gauchos.
It is March Madness. Hashtag upset alert here in Boulder. Colorado, though, they're not going to go away. Kean Renu will bring it all the way over. Kean will bring it down low, look for a pass in the slot. Instead, he'll trigger in behind to X. Clayton will work the edge, looking for that finalizer move. Is another pass is errant for Colorado. Penn Lukens was wow, what a play there, getting all the way back as Wiesner Wiesner's keeping this possession alive, and if Colorado can convert here, you give the assist no matter what to Wiesner. 8:10 remaining in the third. 6-goal deficit for Colorado. Can they come back on Tuesday night underneath the lights? Joe Paris and Derek Michelson here with you live from Kittredge Field. Wiesner spins, takes a shot. Another save by Bryden. Now we'll flip in behind to X. Clayton will scoop it up, tries to turn the cover and do something. Deflects off a body. Kelly Stavig will chase after it.
Flag here.
Here we go. This will be the first penalty, I believe, against UCSB. So, quote-unquote, free possession here for Colorado. Nate Geck now will move along as jumps behind. And what a shot there. I mean, it doesn't find the back of the net, but Ben Wharton with this creative opportunity on the doorstep, trying to shuffle that one in like you would with snow.
Yeah, well, a little too obvious with where he was going to shoot that. It was good attempt, good idea, but when he dropped that front shoulder as he was coming around that crease, he told the goalie that there's no way he's lifting that stick up back to the top of the net under the crossbar. So the goalie knew to drop low with his stick, and he just followed his stick and his shoulder because both went low, and he was able to be in perfect position to make a save. So still a superb game for the goaltender.
So Colorado will go man up here, and they need to convert. In behind for Esqueda. Esqueda will move to the far side over for Clayton up top. Hunter Molnar back over to Gonzalez. So we're seeing some, I wouldn't say, what's the word I want here? Urgency. There it is. Hashtag spring break. I forgot the word urgency. We're seeing urgency from the team in black. Molnar in behind to Esqueda. Back and forth they'll go. They need a goal here.
I don't know if I'd call it urgency, Joe, because Colorado always plays with speed, but it's almost like they're antsy right now to try to get a goal.
Itching.
Yeah.
Big shot on net. Another save by Brodin. That one, the butterfly dropped like you'd see in hockey. Wiesner around the corner trying to elevate that one up. And, I mean, this is going to stick here with John Clayton. Colorado hasn't scored since the first quarter. They haven't scored since like the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. UCSB here defensively is playing out of their minds.
Yeah, well, and their goalkeeper too, Bryden.
Bryden's unreal.
Yeah, all-star tonight. He's the guy that's the MVP here on this field right now. And, you know, like I said, coming into the game, wasn't a great statistical year for him. But
he's making Matt Summerfelt from Georgia Tech look average tonight. And I think Summerfelt's the best goalie in the league. Molnar will make a trip from the top of the box in behind to Esqueda again, looking for a big rip, and they finally get a goal. Colorado will score. This one will be Jake Gonzalez. So the first goal for Colorado in over basically a quarter and a half will make it a 5-goal deficit. 6:18 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that goal either, Joe. Just basic offense from the Buffs. You have a guy dodging downfield, nothing open, doesn't have a clear shooting lane, so all he does is he just tosses it behind that X, and then whoever's the X-man recognizes that I got a pretty full field up ahead of him, so instead of trying to dodge, he just triggers it right back upfield, in this case to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just sticks it home as that goalie's trying to rotate on that arc.
Shout out to Ben Self coming from Calvin Yoakum on Twitter. I missed that one, and he is giving me the business in the tweets. So there it is. There you go.
You're getting the chirps tonight?
We didn't get the chirps the way we did.
Boise State was
Boise.
rough.
Gosh,
That was a
Boise
rough
State,
one.
they hated us.
If they're listening, that was
They're not
good.
listening. I guarantee you they're not listening.
I don't know. They followed up with me after it.
Did they?
Yeah,
I saw that actually
thing,
from the
yeah.
official team account too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, Colorado trying to get in business here. 9-4 is our score. Rhymes, check that off the list.
Okay, we got 2 so far. How many are on the list?
I don't know. You also get the free square.
Okay.
Back forward comes McCannon, and he'll take a shot. That one will sail into the netting.
Nope, that one went to 36 as well.
That going to 36?
Yep, made it through the lane.
2 goes into U.S. Highway 36 highway, headed east. Driving during a Buffs game, watch out. It's a PSA. Gonzalez flips behind, looking for a quick pass into the slot. To the far side now, Colorado will move. Molnar to Gonzalez, who scores! It's Jake Gonzalez, back-to-back goals. And here comes Colorado. You know that you can only keep them down for so long. The question was, how long was UCSB going to weather the storm? And the Buffs have come alive here, back-to-back goals. It's 9-5 Gauchos. It is cold. I don't know if anyone heard that from the headset, but oh gosh.
That's pretty good.
Zach Sharon has done a good job in the faceoff department, but he's finally starting to lose a couple here to Colorado. And Sharon, though, I mean, he won't give up on the play. He won that one. As Marlowe will come up with it, though, for Colorado. Clayton will move back and forth. Here come the Buffs. We'll see who's feeling it for Colorado as Rust will take it. The hot hand is Gonzalez.
On the far side.
Clayton's calling for it here on the near side. A big rip on the far side.
Near side.
And Colorado with 3 straight goals here. That one's going to be Emery Rust. It's 9-6. 4:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Don't call it a comeback. That last one? That was 13. It's Emery. There he goes. Emery's dad just came over to the table. He got the goal.
Confirming.
Confirmed with Mr. Rust that Emery is the goal scorer. Oh, the commission's tweeted in. Ken Lovick says, great job tonight. Love some midweek at MCLA action. Thank you, Ken. This is actually the highlight of my week, along with the game Thursday against Arizona, which you can tune in here on livestream.com, presented by Radio 1190. Radio 1190 is official sponsor of CU Men's Lacrosse. No, I was not reading that off a note card.
Nailed it.
We don't even have someone to hand note cards tonight. Literally, our whole staff, minus us and Tanner, are on break.
Yep.
So we did all of this alone. Bang. We just did a fist bump. And, you know, forget it.
Okay.
I don't want to go there.
All right.
Ferguson back to the near side. The Gauchos here finally getting a possession after 3 straight Colorado goals. Ferguson will move it in behind, and Blake Irwin will chase him behind to X. He wants to isolate it on the smaller Irwin. Takes a shot round in the corner. That one goes wide. And that'll bounce into the Colorado gear. You know what I was going to say? Us doing the fist bump and going bang, that's an automatopoeia. Saying bang, because it's a sound effect.
Okay.
So there's your hashtag moment of the night. Irwin will grab it here in transition. 3:30 remaining in our third quarter. Colorado looking to inch forward here as they trailed by a bunch here halfway through the quarter. Zob moves forward, and that one almost goes home. Race to the end line. It looks like it will be Gauchoed.
Nope, I think.
No, it's not going to be Gauchoed.
We got the ball over there.
Joe DeJesus looked like he had won the battle to the end line, but it will be Coloradoed.
Is that a skater? I think that's a skater. Yep.
Carter with the wheels, one of the faster guys out there for the Buffs. Wiesner comes around the corner, and they're keyed in on Wiesner here tonight. Sean Harvey following him around the field here on the near side. Geck moves it one more time behind, looking for Wiesner here on the near side. Cradles, gets around the corner, hands free, spins away. Big shot. Oh, my goodness, and it's saved by Bryden. Ball still loose on the outside, and good thing he got the stick there, or we would have had a welt there in the midsection. As we saw Gaucho get rolled over by a stampede of Buffaloes. Moved over in transition. Matt Hierning here, the long stick, will get all the way down on the doorstep. Shot. Oh, and it hit the post. Still free. Dixon, he skimmed the edge with that one. Colorado will pick up and come back the other way. Kelly Stavik will try to get it over to Penn Lukens. Lukens misplayed it. Recoils back to Makarov. 2:16 remaining here in the third. Buffs down by 3. Wiesner in transition as the wind will pick up here, coming from the, I guess it's northwest. I know because the mountains are that way. Molnar back on the GLE. If you're from Colorado, you got that, Joe. Behind over to Stavik. Derek shaking his head. Wiesner up top.
How did you see that?
I don't know. I might have made it up. Wiesner around. Fires. Oh, what a save by Bryden. Rebound comes in behind the crease. Colorado keeps it alive on the doorstep. Fanning on the shot is Clayton. He gets mowed over.
Wiesner shot so hard he lost his stick.
And I think we'll get a push here on the Gauchos, but Peter Bryden, my gosh, he looks good tonight. And by he looks good, I mean he looks like really, 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 really good. Minute 37 remaining here in the third quarter. This wind is obnoxious. I'm going to try to cover it. Here's Molnar with it.
Jeez, that sounds canned.
Okay, we won't do that then. We forgot the wind hut tonight. glad you're holding down the TV for dear life, because if we lose that, it's bad. Molnar behind again, this time to Wharton. Colorado starting to roll here. A big shot. That one will miss on the ground from Esqueda. Minute 12 remaining. The Buffs would love to cut this to 2. Behind for Johnny Clayton, in around the edge up top the box from Molnar. Trying to move free is Gonzalez. Gonzalez is heated up here in the third to match the number 3 on his jersey. Coincidence? McCannon over to Molnar. Molnar will take a heavy check from behind, and that's going to be a cross check to the head.
It's just going to be a push from behind with possession.
Well, I'm telling you what it was. He cross-checked him in the head.
Yeah, the call is going to be a push from behind with possession.
Our officiating expert, Derek Michelson. We go to you now. Derek, what do we got there?
I just told you.
Oh, okay. All right, good. He's got a good
possession.
behind. Oh, okay, Mr. Derek.
Do I get twice the paycheck now?
No, you get double of 0. So there you go.
Hey, that's all I wanted, really. That's really it.
He is.
What? Am I getting chirped over
Yeah,
there?
he's getting chirped from behind by Boulder Lacrosse. 47.
No, I used to be the guy I coached with. Remember I told you?
Oh, you coached with
That's who
him.
that is,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was listening when you told me that.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah. 46 seconds remaining in the quarter. Can the Buffs cut this to a 2-goal game? Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the shot high. That's too easy.
Shot,
yeah, that's too easy.
That was right to him, especially for a hot goaltender.
The way Bryden's playing here, the high, no way. Oh! How did he keep the ball in?
No flag on that one.
As the ball will roll oh my goodness, and Little Buddy gets a shot there.
is that his nickname?
Yeah, Jensen Little Buddy Makarov. What, you don't fall?
Mitch Stonewall Fenton.
Stone Cold Mitch Fenton.
Stone Cold.
SCMF.
Yeah, that's right. Who else do we have?
Who do we have?
It's
Riley,
those two.
Riley the operator Seidel. Jack Too Good Cranston.
And then Jensen gets Little Buddy.
Zane felony cross-check O'Brien. Penn ruthless cross-check.
Oh, this is big.
This is big. It'll be a race to Esqueda, but
Well, it
time
doesn't
is
matter.
winding
It doesn't
down.
matter. It'll be an over and back. Either way, yeah, it should be Buffalo's ball, and it is. Here
Colorado
they go.
looking for the Chapman restart here. As Clayton will draw a double team. 8 seconds remaining. Over for Gonzalez. Big shot. A save by Bryden, and a big check from behind, as that's going to do it for the third. Wow. 9-6 our score after 3 quarters of play. Gauchos hold on there towards the end of the third and weather the Colorado run. I think the Buffs will start in the fourth, correct?
Sorry, what?
They get possession to start the fourth, correct?
Well, they didn't have possession there.
I couldn't tell if they had possession.
I don't know if the rules changed on that, but last rule I knew you had to have possession, so it should be a face-off based on the rules that I know, but I might be wrong. We could consult Pereira. Or, was it Carey? Isn't that the other guy? I forget the guy I said in the first place.
All right, let's get to some tweets here.
Okay.
So we can stop thinking about this lacrosse game for a second. I have a headache. All right, here we go. Bam Investor says big thanks goes out to us for the live stream. Hashtag Go Gauchos. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Trevor, shout out to you. You're a legend. We got Calvin. Slash. Okay. Nope, that's unrelated.
Oh, Tanner. You goofball.
Hi, Tanner. Tanner, I'm cool too. Jill Silva says, I would hate if my mascot was a Gaucho. Go Buffs. Calling it how it is.
Okay.
Thanks, Jill. David Baker.
I mean, I will say at least
Nate Geck is actually
cool.
Nate Jack. So I've gotten 2 years. Well, no. Nate's actually a freshman, so.
Do they?
that's all
I
He
gotta
went
see
to Rock
this.
Canyon,
How do
too.
people tweet you phonetic spellings? I've never seen this.
They say Jack like that. So Nate Geck is Nate Jack. We got the commissioner shout out. Thanks, Ken. Commissioner Lovick. At Tanner Bergamo says I'm cold. Hi, Tanner. What else here? Oh, so the question was today from a lot of parents, and last week too, was what's going to happen next year after Derek and I graduate? There will still be broadcasts. There will still be broadcasts. As far as what we're doing next year, Derek is currently an employee of Kroenke Sports Entertainment, KSE.
And entertainment.
Kroenke Sports and Entertainment.
There you go.
Down at Pepsi Center. So if you're ever at an Avs or
Rapids as
Rapids,
well.
or well, the Rapids play at Dick's, but
Yep.
if you're ever at a KSE event, you'll probably see Derek. Go up to him and say hello.
Tweet me, I'll come find you.
Tweet him, he'll come find you. Probably give you fives. I will be gone next year as well. I've taken a job with NBC in Boise, Idaho. So I will be going up to Boise and joining the Broncos, and I'll be reading the news.
Tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is. I will hopefully still be involved with the MCLA covering something. Probably Boise State.
Yeah.
But
that's right. It's Boise. I forgot.
Which I confirmed. I confirmed with everyone in Boise.
You did?
Yeah. They're like, don't call it Boise or you'll get fired. And I was like,
oh, well, that's all right. Got to get that Boise down.
So Derek and I are moving on, but these games will still be broadcasted on the same channel you're tuned into right now. I have understudies. Like Peter Pan has an understudy when he's on Broadway. I have an understudy here we're also on Broadway. We're on Broadway and Baseline. Bang, bang. Onomatopoeia.
No, we're not.
Broadway and Baseline's right there. Oh, come on. I already broke the fourth wall.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you.
14:33 remaining in this regulation contest. Contest. With an S. The Gauchos from Santa Barbara lead the Buffaloes from Boulder by 3 marks in this lacrosse contest played at Kittredge Field in beautiful but cold and windy Boulder, Colorado.
Soon to be snowy.
Soon to be snowy. If you are in Colorado, know that most of the state is going to be under a blizzard watch starting at 4 a.m. So our friends up in Steamboat and Aspen, go get some pasta. God, what a big goal there from the far side. Holy guacamole, that was a big shot. And I think that's coming from Dixon again. It's hard to see, but the Gaucho sideline celebrating like mom just made pizza rolls. They're excited. That'll make it 10-6 with 14:04 remaining. Derek.
Yes.
In the terms of color analysis, what does Colorado need to do to get back into this game?
Sorry, I'm updating this graphic. Hold on one second. Hold on. And we're good. So, I mean, really, they just need to keep calm. It's not... They've made a phenomenal comeback there towards the end of the third. So what they're doing is working. They just need to trust it and have patience. And they just got their shots have to find home. And there you go, on cue. So it's not. They don't have to do anything different, really, Joe. They just need to play their game, and they just need to just know they have plenty of time. They still have 13:55 left in the fourth here.
I would love for our Radio 1190 postgame show, hashtag Radio 1190 postgame show, to be talking about a Buffs win. So Colorado's got to keep moving.
We throw a lot of hashtags out. Do we ever go monitor these hashtags?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Hashtag branding. Hashtag.
Hashtag full sentence hashtags.
Hashtag monitor. Do you know that yesterday was
hashtag color analyst resume.
Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Twitter, I think.
Was it really?
I think it was. I think I read that somewhere. Might have been on Twitter. Simbo gets pushed from behind, and that's going to be a Colorado possession. I don't think Sharon heard. Okay, this isn't an official award, but the Joe Paris hair of the game goes to Zach Sharon, the faceoff specialist on UCSB. He's got great hair.
Oh, I was like, hair of the game? I don't understand.
Hair of the game.
Okay.
It says he went to Arapahoe High School. There is an Arapahoe High School here, but I don't know if it's Colorado's Arapahoe High School. There's got to be other Arapahoe High Schools around the country.
Sure.
Good high school. Played them in every
Very good at lacrosse, too.
Yeah, we lost to them every year, I think. I played. Molnar around, takes a shot, looking for the outside bar. He can't quite convince that one home. Wind picking up here as both teams could care less about the wind. They're engaged in this contest.
Oh, well, for them it's warm. It feels good, probably. A little breeze.
Skate it to the near side. Skip pass up top to Molnar. Seen a lot of Hunter Molnar tonight. Oh, boy. Good nugget there. Knocked down on the play by, looks like David Abade.
Gotta get that piece of gold, Joe.
John Christmas taught me that phrase.
The nugget?
Nugget.
Yeah.
He just yelled it about 100 times.
Do you know why it's called a nugget, or do you just know it's called a nugget?
Why is it called a nugget?
You don't know why? Okay. So you gotta imagine the ball is a piece of gold. What are you doing with my headset?
Sorry,
It got really weird.
It's getting fuzzy. Another save by Bryden, that time from the knees. Why is it a nugget?
So at least what I was told anyway. I don't know if there's various versions, I'm sure, but you gotta imagine the ball is a piece of gold, and you want to get that gold, so you reach out and you hit the nugget, you hit it down, and then you try to capture it, pick it up on a ground ball.
So are these like a gold nugget tree? Like there's
what? No, like when the ball is moving through the air, you have to imagine it's like a gold nugget, so you want to knock it down.
Yeah, but you're gonna wow. I've got about a dozen issues with that, but
That's
save
what
that
I
for
was
the
taught.
Radio
So
1190 postgame show.
That's what I was taught, and I just
Okay,
went with it.
fine.
I assumed it was right, so
Fine.
maybe it's wrong. I don't know.
All right. 12 minutes remaining here in the fourth. 10-7 game. Onto the scene comes Kerr. Kerr with some speed moves to the far side. Big rip, and they score. This one's going to be from Elliott Stanger, the freshman from Culver City. Shout out to Annie R. Just tweeting in. She says, "Go Charlie Richard, number 16." I understand that. What is this? Hold on. Never mind. Forget it. 11:53 remaining here in the fourth. 11-7. UCSB will open that lead back up to 3.
Did you say 3?
No, 4. I don't know. I'm distracted. I'm looking at my sheet here. Something isn't right on my sheet. It's bothering me because I can't figure out what's wrong about it. Doesn't matter. 11:47. Remember.
Joe's blown a fuse.
Error 404. Could not compute. Oh, excuse me. All right, Colorado needs to score as they send that one into the netting. Oh, gosh. All right, 11:26 remaining here in the fourth. Colorado trails by 4 goals. Want to cut back into this UCSB lead. Back to the near side from McCannon to Gonzalez. Gonzalez had a really good third quarter. Molnar turns around and moves. Up top and around. God, stop. Big shot. Another save by Bryden. It's like he sees the ball before it leaves the basket. It's unbelievable vision. It's unreal. It's like when they had those hockey pucks on television when Fox had the NHL contract and they had Fox tracks and you could see like the line that came out behind the puck and nobody liked it except for me. That's how he's seeing the ball here tonight. He has seen the traction, the trajectory right to his stick. 80 miles per hour winds.
Yeah.
From behind us. The Gauchos will move this one slowly to run as much time off as possible. 10:30 remaining here in the fourth. 11-7 Santa Barbara lead. And it has been all Gauchos here tonight. Really, I mean, the opening minutes belonged to Colorado. Colorado with 3 quick goals. It was 3-0 first 5 minutes of the contest. And it looks like, Colorado's going to run all over UCSB this afternoon. And no, that's not what happened.
Yeah, and they're doing the same thing they've been trying to do all game. They're just taking the short stick down red X, and they're just trying to isolate and get a dodge and either a good shot or a quick pass off that. And they've started in an open set every time and then collapsed in once they've gotten that short stick down.
Passed up in front, coming free, a runner shooting and scoring. Troy Loper.
And it's working for him.
9:48 remaining. It's 12-7 UCSB. Colorado's got to stop the bleeding. I am speechless, Derek.
That's somebody make a note. That's I think that's first.
He's throwing shade at me over here. Okay. I have a headache because it is so windy.
Yeah, it's.
I think we're gonna get a push.
Nope,
It's gonna be
it's a hold.
A hold.
It was a holding the stick.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Oh, gosh. What time is it? Feels like it's midnight. Back up top. Gauchos on again. Sean Harvey will flip across. Picked up by Andrew Ferguson. Ferguson's played very well here tonight. As he exchanges with Blake Samuel, who's also had a good contest. Up top now for Stanger. Stanger had a really big goal here in the third to kind of cut off that Colorado run.
And you're going to see him take him behind here. They cleared the side. He's going to dodge down.
Stanger with a shot and a save by Makarov. And Jensen, he needed that one because he's got to start making a few saves for his confidence. Here comes Makarov. He's directing traffic out there.
He's got a man open here. Yep, sees him.
All the way down will be picked up by Irwin. Blake Irwin will step across here to the right, and the Buffs need to start operating quickly. Around comes Wiesner. Wiesner takes some contest, fires one, another save by Bryden. Bryden has 100 saves. That is an official stat. All Joe Paris stats are unofficial until confirmed. That one's not confirmed.
I don't think that'll ever be confirmed.
As I give him a compliment here, he throws off the interception to Lukens the other way. In comes Ward. He scores! What a play by Ben Ward.
It's a dive. They're going to call it off.
No.
He dove into the crease, and he was in the crease. They're going to call it off. It's a good call by the official. Colorado needed it, but it was a good call by the official. The way he landed, and it was on his own. He wasn't pushed, so he voluntarily entered.
Well, that's an energy goal, too. I mean, that gets
it would have been huge, yeah.
Gouch is looking to respond. Shot, a save by Makarov there, going high to high from the shot from Loper.
And he just, I think.
No, he switches balls.
Oh.
What happened? Derek, explain that. What happened there?
Oh, okay. So I bet you what happened. Now, this could be wrong, but I bet you what happened because Makarov, he had a word for the official right after he made the save. I bet you what happened is the Gaucho player, whoever's on the crease, I don't know who it was. I wasn't paying attention to it, the numbers there. But I think they hit a stick, which is interference on that, and so it's a free clear. That'd be my guess.
I think that's exactly what it was. He did this.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Another save by Bryden, who now has 102 saves. Correction, 101.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is it? Each
Sorry.
save, like 2? That's how he got there? Like, that might make sense.
7.5 to go in the fourth. 12-7. 10-second warning on. The Gauchies got to get it in the box. Long loft. This one's going to go the distance. And the pass intended for Blake Samuel is incomplete.
But I tell you what, it was a smart look because he kind of backdoor cut there, right there. Colorado's defender wasn't paying too much attention to where his man was. He was a little more concerned about that buzzer going off, and so his guy just kind of tried to slip back door, and if he would have done that, it would have been huge. And we got a flag thrown on the far side here.
Jack Polk. I've nicknamed him President Polk. James K. Polk, one of our nation's forgotten presidents. Now for Molnar. Molnar tries to get around the edge. Goes behind X. Centered in front, and another save by Bryden. That is 102 saves, but a flag on the play will give Colorado the ball back and man up. Got some tweets coming in here. Trevor Emmerich says, can you please give a shout out to my favorite Alpha V's in Aspen who are watching? Shout out to Alpha V. I've got some friends there at Alpha V. He also says that he's making some chicken nuggets right now, specifically dinosaur shape. Should you please bring any? I get you a beer too. Let me know. Yeah, Trevor, that'd be tight.
That would be awesome.
Honey mustard and barbecue, or if you got Frank's Red Hot, that'd be tight.
I'm honestly not going to be picky. If I get dinosaur chicken nuggets, I'm happy.
Anything other than Michelob Ultra would be great also in the beer category. There's a lot of tweets coming in. Please keep tweeting in. We'll get to them in the post-game show.
You're getting all of them. I got none.
Molnar in behind around the doorstep. I score! Right through the legs is Carter Escada. Buffs needed that one. A man-up goal. 6:32 remaining in the fourth. Colorado cuts it to 4. It's crunch time for the Buffs. Another tweet coming in from About the Kids. Says, looking forward to having you here in Idaho. A lot of good lax here. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Well, those are the guys that tweeted at us during that game.
Yeah. They're the Lacrosse Foundation in Idaho. I'm really excited, yeah.
So they are watching.
They are watching. Shout out to my friends in Boise.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't wait to see you guys up there. Of course, the Broncos of Boise State have really good lacrosse. So do the Idaho Vandals. They've got some lacrosse going on up there. Come visit me. I'll be at KTVB in Boise. It's a real station. You can look it up.
Not going to.
They're awesome.
I'm going to trust you.
Picked off there the other way. Here comes Colorado. On the run will be Zane O'Brien. Zob's got numbers here if he looks into the crease in the slot as he had Clayton going forward. In behind for Clayton on the doorstep. He scores! Colorado with 2 goals in a row in 30 seconds. 3-goal game.
And that's huge. That's knowing your teammates and what their skills are. Clayton, very skilled with his hands, good soft hands, and he's got really quick wrists. So he's a great attackman to have in close in those tight situations right around the crease there. So it's a good job on knowing your teammates and what their skills and strengths are there. And it turns out he's into a Colorado goal for it.
That was exciting. What a play by Zob to come all the way back down the field with pace, find the right pass, and Colorado finishes on the play. 3-goal game. Buffs are in business. Here we go. 6:07 remaining in our regulation contest. Of course this is going to be a close game. It's a Colorado Buffaloes lacrosse game. They're all close games. If you really want to get your heart rate in. Oh, what a play there. Good check over the backhand. Scooped up by the Gauchos. On the run here is Carey. Carey will try to flip it back over to Samuel, and Samuel will scoop it up, sends it in behind. Wick picking up here in behind us. Honestly, 30-mile-per-hour, 40-mile-per-hour winds coming in from behind us. Least. We've got heavy winds. Like, we're hanging on to everything for dear life on our broadcast position here. Trash is now blowing onto the field. Let's see, I think 7 out of the 10 pylons have fallen down.
Oh, they have. Yeah, I haven't even noticed that.
Hashtag Eagle Eye.
There you go. I know the refs knocked this one over like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
closest to us.
He's run over it like 4 times.
You would think he knows it's there by now, but
do
every
not
time.
let small children around this referee because he's just going to bonk into him, and there's going to be a lot of falling children. 5:05 remaining here in the 4th. 3-goal game. In behind, the Gauchos are going to run off as much time as they can here because they feel the Colorado pressure as Ferguson will wheel off as Irwin will chase him down. Irwin, who's got really good feet here, some of the best feet on the team. He can really move vertically and horizontally out there. Got a good slide step. Up top here, the Gauchos will move back to Ferguson with 4:39 remaining in the 4th quarter. And again, those faceoffs are going to be huge all the way home in this contest.
They're going to get that. I think the officials put it on them. The shot clock there, the invisible shot clock.
Michael Jordan backstep shot there from Ferguson off the mark.
And that shot clock is going to continue if they did, in fact, put it on them because nothing hit inside the pipes or the frame there. It didn't hit the goaltender or the pipes.
So we think it's timer on. So the Gauchos are forced to attack here. And if they score, that could be the one. Dixon around the corner, fires and scores. Alex Dixon with the big runner will make it 13-9 with 4:15 remaining in the 4th. Colorado absolutely, well, I wouldn't say absolutely, but they 8 out of 10 need every face-off on the way home.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that at this point with only 4:15 left in the game.
See your tweets coming in. We will get to them here momentarily, but for now, this game's getting intense. We gotta lay off Twitter momentarily. By the way, happy birthday, Derek.
Oh, well, thanks, Joe.
Derek Michelson's 50th birthday today.
Yeah, close enough.
I wasn't gonna try and guess.
It's the
24th. Down goes Colorado. A good play though by Zane O'Brien to hang on. Colorado here. Okay, stop. I'm gonna get under the table. Clayton with the shot, saved by Bryden. Zane O'Brien will grab the bouncer. I'm gonna get under the table to get rid of the wind.
I'm just trying to turn my head and block it.
I'm just gonna get under the table.
All right. Good luck with that.
Thanks. Take a picture of this for later.
Tell Tanner.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Shot. They score right on the doorstep. Colorado. Big goal. That'll make it again a 3-goal game. No, sorry. 4-goal game.
Joe, don't look down when you're on TV.
Oh, no, it is a 3-goal game. Okay. Is this helping? I don't know if this is helping.
I don't know.
Am I helping?
Is it? How does it sound up to you? Is that helping him?
Yeah, I think it's helping.
Okay, we're gonna go with it's helping. Your little
cool
position down there.
That's fine. I can do this. All right, 3:40 remaining here in the 4th. Colorado will make it a 3-goal game. I am in the Army crawl, hiding underneath our announce table.
Oh, you were on camera. He was showing you.
Was he?
Yes, everybody knows where you're at.
See my backside?
Yep.
My awesome shoes that I got on clearance at Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah, there you go. As long as it's not Sperry's, apparently. People in Boise aren't huge fans of those.
Irwin will win this one off, but he'll be chased down aggressively by Colin Harvey. On comes Irwin on the doorstep for Clayton with a turnaround jumper. That one again saved by Bryden. That's not a good shot selection there. That's not a good shot. You need to get a better shot.
Well, it's actually an okay shot selection. It just spiked the ball into the turf. It wasn't the worst shot selection. He was actually in pretty decent position, where his angles were. He had a lot of net to possibly shoot at, but just spiked it right into the turf.
Timer on to get it in. 10 seconds. Running through will be Loper, and he gets it in just as the 9th second was winding down. Oh boy, 2:55 remaining. Can Colorado beat the odds here?
Well, and you know the officials have already hit them with the timer on once, so we might see a quicker timer on here now that they kind of expect them to stall it out a little.
The Gauchos conservatively, so there's 2:38 remaining. Derek, they can probably run this down to 2.
Oh, at least before getting that timer on. I think they can run this all the way down to close to a minute before that timer on is either goes off or they have to clear it or score or whatever.
Colorado's got to play aggressively here, but we've seen this before. You know, when you get down low, is they'll get another goal there from Wes Kim. And if you're Colorado, you absolutely 9 out of 10 now need to win all the faceoffs. And they've had a little bit of trouble here against UCSB cleaning up in that department. I mean, Colorado pretty dominant. I will say a shout out to Clark Salami. Clark, longtime faceoff specialist for Colorado, LSM, is actually he's done for the year. He sustained an injury at Chapman to his knee, and he is done for the year. So disheartened to hear that. Clark's one of my buddies, and he's a great guy. Also a really good face-off guy, LSM, but he's done for the year. Gauchos win another face-off momentarily. And, yeah, they'll pick that one up and back the other way. Oh, no. Back the other way for Colorado. Okie dokes. Here come the Buffs. On the back door, that one's going to be flown out wide. 2 minutes even remaining. Buffs need 4 goals to tie. Behind is Irwin. Over now to Clayton. Up top now for Molnar. The defense tonight from UCSB has been top shelf. McCannon. Shot goes wide. Minute 42 up on the clock. Colorado's got to start scoring quickly here. Gonzalez to McCannon. McCannon spins around, takes a shot. Another save by Bryden.
Way too easy.
105 saves.
Way too easy on that one. Threw it right at his stick. That wasn't even a hard shot either.
Herning comes all the way down the field. We'll get a referee's whistle. I think we're going to get a timeout from UCSB.
Yeah.
No, we will. All right, I'm coming back.
Okay.
That is a lot. Well.
You're on TV again.
Hi, Mom. Actually, what time is it? No, she's asleep.
Well.
Hi, Ben. It's my brother. Thank you to Cameron. Thank you to Tanner Bergamo. You should turn the camera on yourself. That'd be really funny.
Yeah, just pop it front real fast. Oh, you probably can't with the harness, can he?
Nah, we'll get him on camera tomorrow.
He's yanked.
He's yanked. Okay, well, 4-goal game here. I would like to take a time to tell you, if you would like to join us on Thursday night at 7 p.m., you are cordially invited to our lacrosse party.
Nice.
Depending on the weather, we may do a spring break game, which we would dress up in spring break attire. No? Okay.
I mean, it's supposed to be like 40 degrees.
That's
it's colder than today.
Bobby Merriman
hey
tweets
guys,
in.
can we get a wind update? Yeah, windy.
Is that really?
That's.
Oh, I saw cute.
I know, I saw that too for a second.
Wind
I was
update.
like, whoa.
Hashtag vary. All right, let's see. Jill Silva tweets in. Please give a shout out to @TrevJames for keeping things interesting. Hashtag you rock. Bobby Merriman says catching the game from Norfolk, Virginia. Great Tuesday night in the MCLA. Agreed. Trevor Emmerich. Trevor, we'll talk after the game. And we got to Quint, and I think we are caught up.
Yep. So that was anticlimactic.
So that was it. Keep tweeting in because the Radio 1190 postgame show is coming up after the game. And if you're a Buffs fan and you need to be cheered up, we could probably do that if they lose. I think they've got this, though.
Okay.
Yep.
Want to put a wager on that?
Who knows?
Oh, Colorado's actually moved goalie Jensen McCarr to the other side of the field to try to get that extra field kind of attacking style player. Because the rule is you really only need to have 3. It doesn't say which 3 on a certain side. So this is something we've seen Galvin do before, but to some success. I think it's just kind of at this point, it's kind of like an all holds bar. Just throw everything we can do at it.
I know there's stuff going on the end of the field, but Jensen McCarr, who's probably 5'6", is standing next to he's standing next to Sam Holton, who's 6'6".
I think Colorado had the ball here. Has the ball. I'm not sure where.
That's pretty funny. And Jensen was looking up at him, talking to him.
Yeah.
That's funny. So Jensen will come back to his net. So again, the what are they? Oh yeah, the Sun Devils are coming in Thursday night, 7 p.m. Join us here. We'll be here. Same thing. Blah blah blah. You know the deal.
It'd be nice if they brought some sun with them.
Probably not. That winter storm is definitely coming in.
Oh yeah.
We can do a weather update in the postgame show. We'll do a weather update in the postgame show.
There you go.
Oh, this postgame show is going to be off the chain.
Pull the app up. Let's figure it out.
I love postgame shows. Too many men on the field on Colorado would be a 30-second technical. So 50 seconds remaining in this
pretty much
contest.
Gonna wipe it out, 'cause you can't put a timer on a penalty. So, and even if they did, they wouldn't do it for another 20 or so seconds anyway.
So that should do it.
Yep.
And that's going to be a tough loss for Colorado. I mean, that's first loss here at home this year. Although, if you're a Colorado lacrosse historian or fan, you'll know that almost every year Colorado halfway through the year will lose back-to-back home games at home,
and it's always is it always this week? I feel like it's always this week.
It's the week of spring break.
Yeah.
I can tell you, like the last 3 years, they lose back-to-back games at home, and then they go on a run, and they've gone to the national championship all 3 of those years. So
look out, I guess.
Yeah, look out. You don't want to anger the Buffs. Oh well. I had fun tonight.
Yeah, I did too.
Minus the win, this was a lot of fun. But I mean, let's not be homers here. Let's call it for what it is.
Yeah.
UCSB plays a great game.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did.
Peter Bryden made 110 saves.
Huge. Stepped up big time.
Unreal. He's
hit the difference, really, today.
He's the number 1 star of the game, the number 2 star of the game, and the number 4 star of the game.
What happened to 3?
We're number 3.
Okay.
Calvin Pickard's number 5.
I support that.
Picks. Avalanche of the NHL in a very heated playoff race. As
they are. I think they're, 1 point in the lead right now?
Yeah, 2 ahead in Minnesota.
Oh, there you go.
Time expires at Kit Field. Final score, Gauchos 14, Buffaloes 10. A Gaucho mob down on GLE with Peter Bryden. What a game by them. Unreal. Jeez. Talk about a game, guy.
Yeah.
Unreal. Oh, boy.
Should we do the thing?
Yeah. We're going to be right back for the Radio 1190 postgame show, so we'll be right back. Okay, your mic's hot. You're now joined into the radio. It doesn't matter, man. I can start it without you. All right.
No, you can't.
What a prima donna. It's his birthday. It's his birthday. What a game, Mr. Samuel. Blake had a good game. Good to see you. That was good. That was a great game.
It was. Gave a run.
What about that goalie? We think he made
Our goalie was unbelievable.
110 saves.
Our goalie was unbelievable tonight, and he definitely got the game ball as far as I'm concerned.
Exclusive interview here with Jim Samuel. Jim, I ruined your son's probably crowning moment 2 years ago, but tonight he plays a great game here in Boulder. I had him down for at least 3.
I'm not sure, but honestly, it was total team game. I thought they played great, both ends of the field. Really, I thought it was a team game, and I thought our goalie was outstanding. It was a difference in the game, really. I mean, he made some great saves, and you guys are a tough team, and Buffs are tough, and they weren't going away, as you could see. They were creeping back in there towards the end. So proud of my son, of course, but more proud of the overall team effort. And it takes 60 minutes to beat a team like CU,
it does,
and especially any of the top teams in the MCLA.
Well, we'll talk to you after the game, but Jim, we'll talk to you soon.
Good to see you. What's your name?
Derek. That's Derek. That's Derek. Hey, good seeing you.
I hope to see you later in the season.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Thanks,
See you, Jim. You never know who's going to be interviewed on the radio.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get Jim Samuel.
All over the place.
You never know.
Yep. Are we doing one of these?
Another game in the books.
All
right.
No. This is how we do it. There we are.
I can't do the mic drop tonight because it'll break the microphone.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
You're tuning in to the Radio 1190 postgame show. Before we get to the fun stuff, let's talk about the not fun stuff.
Yeah.
Colorado loses 14-10 tonight at home. Wow. I mean, Peter Bryden with an incredible game in net.
Yeah, no, I mean, that really is the story of the day. It really is him, and pretty much only him. I mean, the team, like we just heard, it was definitely a team effort, but Bryden exceeded blew away all expectations, did a phenomenal job. And it's something that it doesn't happen often where you see a guy just jump that far above what you would expect him to based on his statistics. But phenomenal job by him tonight. I'd love to see his actual save percentage tonight. I wish we could run over there real fast and check and come back to you. But since we're doing this, we'll just stay here. But just a great job by him, and really the difference, to be honest.
Great game by the Gauchos. Colorado has a day to reset. Big snowstorm coming into town tomorrow, so the Buffs hopefully can get some action in on the turf in the bubble.
Well, they might do some of that, but I think they'll take a little bit of a rest day, Joe. I think they'll relax because they still do have that game coming up. I think what they're going to do, and they'll take advantage of being kind of almost potentially stuck indoors and just watch film. You know, rest up, rest the legs, hydrate, do those type of things, but just watch some film. Figure out what ASU is going to bring. Figure out what you did here today that you could have done a little differently, anything like that. And I think that's going to help them out. Ultimately, hopefully it should, when ASU comes knocking.
Tuned in the Radio 1190 post-game show here from Kit Field. Behind us, you can hear the Gauchos getting loud. They get a great game here tonight. Final score 14-10. They knock off Colorado. The Buffs will be back in action on Thursday against Arizona State. Let's get to some tweets before we wrap this up quickly because it is 200-mile-per-hour winds behind us. We will talk after the game. We just got denied. Megan Boyle says, we will talk after the game. It feels like I just thought we got denied. Megan, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. Have we been tweeted at by Megan yet tonight? Or is that the first?
No,
tweet?
Megan's been following. Shout out to my girl Megan.
Okay.
I think she's in Aspen, so thanks, Megan.
Oh, okay.
Trevor, you're the guy here. I'm trying to like edit this while we're on the go. Some things we can't say on air. Trevor will be joining us Thursday. He's very excited for the broadcast. Jill, yep. Jack Cranston says the Buffs needed some zone busing from Weasler tonight. They did. They needed it. They didn't get it, but he played a very good game too. Can we ask Coach Allen to speak up? It's tough to hear him 1,200 miles away. I don't think Mike can do that. And looks like we got. Oh no, there's a few more. And some former Gaucho goalies want to know the real save count, class of 2014.
Should we run over?
Probably 79.
No,
maybe 78.
No.
I don't know. Honestly,
it's probably at most
at Q Kesnick for Prez.
60s.
He did not have 60 saves.
I think you're overestimating it. Watch. Let's make a wager.
No, we're not wagering
talk about
anything.
Something. I'll go find out.
All right. Bye, Derek.
Ready?
Okay. Okay, Derek's going to run. We're going to see what his 40 time is. Ready, set, go. Slow. He's very slow. Hi, Tanner. Shout out to Tanner Bergamo, who was way up in the lift tonight, battling the wind. Are you cold over there? Or? You didn't bring your beanie. How are your official Radio 1190 gloves? Yeah, thumbs up. Alrighty, what else do we got here? Oh, my boy Trevor. Megan says, can you tell Simbo, great job for me? Too far to give him a high five. Megan, you got it. Simbo played a really good game. In the face-off department, Colorado just ran into a little bit of a wall. I mean, I'm going to look down at my notes here. I think it was about 50-50, but Zach Sharon for the Gauchos played an absolutely brilliant game here tonight. Colorado's really used to getting a lot of extra possessions in the face-off circle. They've got one of the best wing pairs and face-off guys in the country. Even though Clark Salami's out for the year, the Buffs, I mean, it's next man up for them. They've got a whole roster of guys who are ready to step up. And the best thing about Colorado lacrosse is the depth. The Buffs have a ton of depth on their roster, and that'll prove, I think, as they run into the MCLA tournament, that they're not a one-dimensional team. And I mean, call it how it is. There are some very one-dimensional teams in the MCLA, and this reporter's opinion is that Colorado is not. Let's see. Derek's still on the far side, so how much more time can we kill here? Okay, thank you for everyone for tuning in tonight. The tweets keep it fun for us. I'm still getting some in. What up, Trevor? All right, we'll get to these later. Avi Becker tweets in, what a win for the boys. Yeah, shout out to Avi. Awesome game tonight for the Gauchos. It was unbelievable contest. I mean, defensively, they shut down one of the best offensive teams in the country. And you saw how close Colorado's played the best teams in the country, Chapman and Grand Canyon. And tonight, UCSB knocks off Colorado. That's a great win for the resume. I think they come in at number 19 this week, so they'll move up in next week's polls. This week's votes were just casted. Well, there it is. There's the 40 time from Derek. All right, Derek, what'd you get? 111?
No.
How many?
I was closer.
How would you say? Okay, so Derek said 60. I said 111.
So he didn't. They have this weird new stat sheet, to be honest, over there. They just like cross out how many shots a guy takes. So rough guess, they didn't have an actual number, but rough guess, it looked like about between 45 and 55.
That might be an MCLA record. 50. If let's conservative guess a 50 save night for Peter Bryden, that might be an MCLA record.
Might be, because there were about 5 or 6 guys that had between 5 and 8 shots.
Yeah.
And then there were a handful more that just had a
Did you subtract the 10 goals from that?
I did not. So
Okay, so 40.
Yeah, 40 saves.
So 40, 45 saves tonight. Wow. That's a lot of saves.
That is, yeah.
Yikes. I have nothing to say about that.
Unreal performance. That's really it. I don't know.
How's the sideline? You're winded.
Not really. I'm
Wow.
okay now. It was like coming right up and talking was hard.
Derek, what is the spirit on the Colorado sideline right now?
It's a little rough, to be honest. I didn't really want to talk to too many people. I saw Mitch Fenton. We talked about him earlier.
My boy.
Now one of the assistant coaches was pretty
unhappy.
low key. You know, he didn't really want to talk to anybody. He didn't really want to say or do anything. So he seemed like he was a little unhappy. So, you know, I mean, that's something you'd kind of honestly expect from a losing team tonight. But
True.
the rest of the team, I mean, some of the guys, I think they realized they could have done a little more. They could have done something differently, whatever the case may be, to try to get them that victory. A lot of them kind of shoulders forward, kind of hunched over, not in the best of spirits. So a couple of things, like a couple of little minor things that kind of showed they may not be in the best mood, Joe, but
Yeah.
nothing too crazy over there.
I am getting some tweets in. This one's from Leona Bundegard. How about the Gauchos D? Gauchos D played great here tonight. I do want to give them appropriate credit, but they did allow, and as what happens with Lacrosse, they allowed a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
But you can't take anything away from the Gauchos D. They did their job, and I think one thing that the Gauchos D did do really well tonight is the shots that Colorado was forced to take into the third and fourth quarter because they were trailing weren't your number one shot option. Colorado, was forced to start putting balls on net because, you got to start trying to score somehow. And, in the sense that the Gauchos forced Colorado to get out of their game defensively, absolutely. But, first and foremost, you got to go to Peter Bryden because it wasn't like, there was 13 shots on goal and he allowed in 1. He made 40, 45 saves here tonight. And, a defense that did a pretty good job here tonight. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the Gauchos D because they played a good game. But,
I'll tell you what, Joe, there's one forgotten key that we really haven't talked about tonight, and that's face-offs. The Gauchos did a great job on face-offs.
Oh, I talked about that while you were running across.
Yeah. Okay, well,
check.
What'd you say? I'm just curious.
I said that Colorado ran into a team that can match them in the face-off circle, which most teams in the country can't. So, when you talk about the wing and face-off play for Colorado, usually that's where they get extra possessions. That's where they turn the tide on teams. Tonight, their game plan was a little bit shuffled because of how well the Gauchos face-off core did.
And that was what I was really going to talk about. Both teams did a good job tying each other up when anybody got a slight advantage on the actual draw. The key, though, was the wing play and getting your guys in the right spot and then pushing that ball to them. That's what they were superb at tonight. That gave them those extra possessions, limited Colorado's, which led to the 14-10 score.
Slow. I would stand here and keep talking, but it's getting windy. So if you want to hear us talk more about things, we'll be back on Thursday alongside Derek. I'm Joe. Keep tweeting. We will continue to tweet you throughout the night. Follow us. We can be friends. I know at least one of our followers here tonight is going to come.
Followed by Tanner during the broadcast, so shout out Tanner.
We regularly go to the best restaurant in town. Dark Horse after every single game. So if you want an unofficial sponsor of Joe Paris and his life. If you read my senior questionnaire for Senior of the Month, I actually give a real shout out to Dark Horse and Chancellor Phil DiStefano, who's there on an undisclosed night every single day of the week. So we're gonna go to Dark Horse now, and we'll be there after the game Thursday and after all home games.
Drinking some root beers.
We'll be having root beer. They have really good root beer there. They have very good ice cream as well.
Yep.
So we'll be there. Come join us or continue tweeting at us. I have 2 friends, so I'm trying to add a few more into the repertoire. So, all right, well, that's going to do it. Derek, we'll be back Thursday.
Go.
That was a fun one. I would do the mic drop, the signature mic drop, but
Tanner.
Not tonight. Tanner, you're the guy. You're tuned into Lacrosse, sponsored by Radio 1190. Radio 1190.
There you go, ready?